live and we'll... Alright, we're in pre-rolls.
Fiends and Friends had a new login from a new device.
Oh, we're being hacked.
Was it me?
No, it was my computer.
Oh. You sure it wasn't me? Have they approved our darn
They did, yeah, a long time ago.
emotes? What do you mean a long time ago? They weren't
Like-
available on Wednesday.
Almost all of them were.
Yet 2 of them were taking forever. But they are all approved now.
Hello! We are
Hello.
live on ZweihanderRPG for some Scarlet, Sash stories. We're currently missing... Oh, there she goes.
Ah, shit.
So we figured this would happen. Our friend Chris is having some internet issues. She has just reappeared. And, once her camera kicks on, then everything will go back to normal. Look at that. So, hello and welcome
Hello.
to episode 26 of Scarlet Sash Stories. We're starting early because I have changed jobs and no longer work late on Fridays. And it is... Actually, I don't know if it is or isn't daylight savings right now. But whatever it is right now, it puts our friend Ignacio from Argentina like 3 hours off of everybody else. So we're going to go from now, 8 o'clock Central, until 11 o'clock Central, which I believe is like still fucking 2 in the morning for Nacho. Yeah, so like it's still ridiculous, but we're doing our best. Thankfully, that changes on the 13th of this month. And again, I could not tell you if it's daylight savings starting or ending, but it's
I
changing.
think it's starting, isn't... I can never remember.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
I
whatever...
think they're long during the summer because of it.
Yeah. So
Isn't it?
whatever it is that's happening, it puts our time gap down to 2 hours instead of 3, which is a little more reasonable for Nacho. So speaking of Nacho, those of you who are regular viewers of Scarlet Sash Stories will immediately recognize that we have a dank new overlay for the stream. And that is courtesy of our friend Ignacio. He put this all together.
Sick.
We've got name tags with our roles. We've got sick little icons. This creepy ass dude is me, apparently.
He's bald like you too.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
That's good.
Similar eyebrows.
Yeah, I just need
Appendages.
like
It's bald. It's bald.
Yeah, no, I understand. I appreciate it. We've got the nice Zweihander logo down below the game screen. Oh, the show title. I didn't even look. Over.
How did you... Jeez, Hunter.
Bro, I can't
Gosh.
read. So thank you, Nacho.
No, it's red. You
can-
couldn't see
I
it.
can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't see.
I just can't. Yeah, just can't
His
see
red
it.
is just a void for
Yeah.
him.
I was just thinking the same. He's colorblind.
Yeah. No, that's
You
fair.
won't be able to fully appreciate it.
I mean, I'm appreciating pretty hard. So we should do our quick safety tool check-in. Nathan, Cody, Chris, and I did this like not even 72 hours ago. But it's always good to check, especially since we have Topher and Nacho with us. Is there anything as we approach this beginning of the climax of the story through the portal to where the Orcs God is being held? Is there anything that anybody's like, hey, none of this?
Cool.
No.
If not,
I'm vehemently
Kinda
opposed to my character dying again.
oh, okay,
I'm just kidding.
unfortunately, the way I plan to end the show is just killing all of you. like,
Perfect.
this episode.
And by all of us, you just mean heart 5 times.
Yeah,
The
heart.
giant mushroom just explodes and we all die.
Yep. You all will have to
Are we-
donate
are
your
we
fate
going
points.
to heaven?
You're going
We're
somewhere.
going to heaven?
I don't
Well,
want
he's gonna
to.
end up in the orc's god's ass, and then he's gonna just let out a vile stench, and she'll be
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Where the wild shroom grows.
There was nothing left of her.
It's
It
just
was that
vaporized.
foul.
So we should do a quick recap because actually, I don't fully remember the contents of last episode. I believe it was like the period of time from when you
Gosh, Hunter.
like finalized the construction of the portal. It got dedicated by Lillian and the Hoarfrost dedication. And then you
There's
guys,
a lot of RP, I remember.
yeah,
that.
it was fully RP because it was
Agent
essentially
Bruce showed up.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
essentially the question of Agent Bruce being like, "Hey, we should kill this thing," and you guys being like,
Yeah.
"Well, let's not."
That was like half the show. We
We're just arguing. Just
Yeah,
arguing
it was
back and forth.
yeah, it was like literally like RP discussion about
Yeah.
ethics and morality and
Jesus Christ.
what is the right decision.
Yeah, and she
in-
kept going, well, let's set aside your religious beliefs for
Yeah.
a moment.
Well, yeah, and it's very funny. Like, not
Maybe
only
we should set
religious
aside her
beliefs,
religious beliefs.
it's like let's set aside the provable existence of your god for a
And
second.
the divine intervention that you actually received and have shown to be evident
Yeah.
multiple times since then.
It'd be like someone's like, Jesus, look, I understand you came back, but let's just
You gave us all the bread and the fish.
Yeah.
You fed everyone with one. That was very cool,
Yeah.
but
very
but do
chill.
we really know that your God knows everything? Is that
Yeah.
really the conclusion that we're drawing here?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, I think pretty sure we left off with you guys agreeing with Agent Bruce to begin reconnoiter the what's on the other side of the portal. And
I think it'd just be begin reconnaissance.
yeah, so check it out.
Reckoneering.
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 Give it the old recon. And she agreed that should information appear or be made readily available, that she's willing to modify her position.
Or we could just do what we want.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's 5 of you and 1 of her, and so reconnoiter.
Yeah, that's the word.
Reconnoiter.
I could have swore the I was like not supposed to be pronounced, but
Oh, fine.
No, it's reconnoiter.
so we begin our scene at Pertswell Castle, overlooking the Meridian Square, where this giant, ominous meat, stone, and steel portal sits. And the Sash Bearers are among friends and admirers, and the other Sash Bearers, Agent Bruce, the Doctor, everyone's here because nobody besides Hart miraculously died in the felling of the Minotaur Lord. And I guess technically the philosopher kind of died.
We can maybe reconstitute him.
Yeah, he's still around.
We'll like dwarf in a flask a piece of the gate.
Yeah, he's just kind of like flesh spaghetti amongst the rest of the structure of the.
Can't I have a better container? This
That's a
smells
metal.
like urine.
That's a metal band.
Flesh
spaghetti.
spaghetti. Yeah, that's a good.
Flesh
Someone write that
spaghetti.
down. Flesh spaghetti.
Jesus.
Except you do it like
Oh God.
it's an Italian metal band.
Yep. So yeah, it's like prep time. It's figuring out who's doing what and where for the most part. as you guys prepare to go through the portal.
Are these doing Celine?
Ugh. Ugh.
I don't know.
Ugh.
It sort of is up to them again.
Gross.
I mean, I'm not sure what we need to prep exactly. I guess I need more fucking silver darts.
Yeah.
Sure. So how many do you have?
I have 5 out of 25 or whatever.
Yeah. So
however many you
if I
have.
remember correctly, Dr. Yenzo was like, "Here is my entire store of silver darts," and so if Celine so desires, there could be arranged a like a sortie into the city below to try and ransack and find some more darts or something like that.
Ransack? What?
Well, like checking potential areas for like
I
magical.
never took any of his silver darts.
No,
I
what
don't
I'm
think.
saying is you have all of the known darts right now.
Yeah.
If you wanted more, you could be like, "Hey, people of Castle Pertswell, we need to search the city below for more silver darts." And that could be arranged, and people could go down and check the likely places for darts and bring back what they find. But right now, the castle stores are dartless. The ship's hull
Okay,
is dartless. That idea.
Because he never really had any silver darts, right?
He, like I said, I think he gave you a bunch, or is that 25
No.
from
25 is from the very beginning.
Just
they
from
gave
the
me
ship?
a box to go. Yeah.
Okay. So then, retconning a little bit, the doctor would have some.
Okay.
We will roll for how many that sum is.
That's fine. And if I need more, then I'll gather the townspeople for a sortie.
Okay.
We can be dartless, but we can never be heartless.
Well, we were there for a hot minute.
Yeah, there was a
a hot
good
minute
like
there.
half hour where everybody was heartless.
Oh god.
So to everybody except for Nate, what is a fair dice to roll for how many darts the doctor has?
D10.
You're gonna give him the number on the die. That he
Whatever
rolls?
it rolls, he gets. I had
Give
kind
him
of
a 20.
This is a castle.
Give him a
yeah. So I was
D20.
thinking a
This is a
D20.
D100.
A D100.
I think
87
2d20.
darts.
Yeah, I would
What's the
agree with
difference?
Cody though, for real.
2d20.
All right.
He has
2d20?
jars
Okay.
of miasma lying around.
Good-
I
good
don't
point.
think silver darts are less more difficult to acquire than jars of miasma.
All right.
But why
So
would he acquire them?
so my
Because it's magic.
this is does me clicking the roll button absolve it of Nate's bad luck? We're gonna find out.
Oh
Ooh.
god.
That's the real test.
Hey, exactly half. Or no, exactly
That's not
1/4.
exactly
1/4.
Exactly 1/4.
So,
Yep. So
Ooh,
So,
no.
you have
Should've rolled
exactly
it.
Nate's.
you want to
luck.
know what I would have rolled, Hunter? Let's
What?
see what I would have rolled.
oh shit.
Sucks to be you, my guy.
I should have been like, no, let me roll. I don't need
man.
your shit.
33 is a lot. I'm glad that
Nate's
it's
Nate's on a hot streak after
Take
all of the
average
Lancer
of
stuff.
Oh
four
yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, you guys rolled hot plasma during Lancer.
I was gonna say, even like,
I rolled like hot fire during Tales of Zadia. What the
Yeah,
fuck
for sure.
is
You
that?
you were like
Yeah, that
kicking
was
our
also
you were
crazy.
kicking our shit in.
I think
So
I
yeah.
rolled more ones in Tales of Zadia than any game I've ever played. Like,
So,
it was
I'm,
so bad.
I'm slightly wounded. Could I get a
Yeah, so
did we
everyone
change day?
Yeah, it'll change day. You recover your peril. You go up on the damage track.
Ugh.
I think someone,
Oh,
I believe
God.
it's Celine, is still injured.
I'm lightly wounded after that.
Okay. And
I am
someone,
still technically injured. It's just something that like does not affect.
Yeah, it
me,
doesn't
whatever
matter.
It was.
um,
Magically
I have
good
a-
as new. I don't know what happened, but
someone
gotta
can
find
roll
that.
heal on Celine to assist with bringing her
I-
all the way back up.
Okay, I have.
Celine, have you
just,
tried dying? Because I feel fine now.
You said we
I
do go up
gotcha.
on the damage condition
Yeah,
track.
yeah, because you'll get
Oh.
a full night's sleep and that's
Oh
a
my
crit.
Ooh,
Oh, that was
that was close.
as close to a crit fail as
you
you,
were not more injured than you were.
as you can possibly be.
You trying to murder me? I'm pretty sure I wrote down what
Trying
my
real
injury
hard.
was.
It was
What-
She's still mad about it.
It was like a concussion or
everything.
something, a head wound.
yeah. Was it
Lillian,
was it literally the same as what Nabeen got so long ago?
What's the one with the chaos?
It
die?
was.
The one that
Lillian's
you don't
mad at
roll
all of
chaos
the
die?
Celine nakedness she was
Yeah, I
subjected
think
to.
it had something to do
It
with
was
chaos.
shell
pretty
shocked or
much.
something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Let's see here.
What's the one that you don't roll
Yeah.
chaos dice when you do damage?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I think it's
I remember that Nate says like, that doesn't bother me because I rolled tens.
yeah. So it was. I think it was literally called like shell shocked, and it meant that you didn't roll a fury dice for damage using a melee weapon or a ranged weapon.
Something like that.
Okay. I have a twisted ankle.
Oh yeah, and so your speed is reduced by a little bit, right?
By 3.
By 3, yeah. Yeah, and so
Oh my
those.
god.
Can we get some tinctures?
Yeah,
Laudanum and that.
yeah. So you'd be able to refill that like soldier's pack that you guys all had, where you had like one of each, tincture, laudanum,
Have-
3 bandages.
have- Have
Can
like
we get,
3
like,
laudanum.
Oh, excuse
Some
me.
explosive packages.
Yeah, yeah. If you want like
It just seems like it could be very helpful to in case we need to like collapse something or
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah, like
Like an anus.
packets of
yeah, just like
compressed black powder or whatever.
yeah, basically bundles of TNT or whatever the closest is because they don't
Yeah.
have TNT,
No,
but
TNT does not exist, but black
just
powder
bundles
does.
like just big old black powder bundles. Can I get
Yeah.
like 3 of those?
Yeah, for sure.
How many
Celine.
tinctures? 2,
Like an
3,
anus.
1.
I would say 1 between all of you. So like each of you gets 1. 1 each is a better way to say that.
Okay.
And it's just like a blast kick, basically.
Okay. I had head trauma until fully recuperated. You can't use special actions. That's what it was.
Okay.
Because you called it like a concussion or something, and I went and looked. I'm like, there's no concussion.
Yeah,
This
so
is
it's
what it
called
was.
shell shocked.
Are you sure it was that and not head trauma?
Almost for sure it was exactly the same as what Chris got when her pistol blew up in her face. Or no, when the orcs punched her in the face.
I just yeah, I was gonna say when my
Yeah, because you ran
pistol
up
blew
and your
up,
pistol exploded. It hurt you, and then
Yeah.
he just punched you.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
almost for sure it was called shell shock or something like that.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember you calling it a fucking concussion. Or
Yeah,
something
'cause that's
originally,
what-
and it
that's
wasn't
what-
That.
That's what shell
Yeah.
shock
Well, I mean,
is.
and that's all I have written down too was
Yeah.
that I was concussed.
Because
So,
like
Well, the-
above that, there's minor concussion, and you're incapacitated until you fully recover.
Here, let me look. And so the explosive thing that Cody was talking about, Chris, was like wrapped bricks
Yeah.
of black powder, and he grabbed 3, and I would say
Okay.
that that's a fairly reasonable number for
If you want to
any-
carry one
anybody
of
to
them,
grab.
you're welcome. Oh, for anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
everybody, just stock up on bombs.
I do want to say though that
Carrying them around is dangerous.
these are not bombs. These are like wax paper, cloth wrapped, like compressed black
yeah.
powder.
You
And
can't
so,
throw them.
yeah, so you could like
Good.
fashion a fuse and hook it, but it is very dangerous to just be like clad in black powder.
I guess it's worth asking. Are we gonna need to make like a warfare check to like set a fuse on these things?
I guess it depends on the circumstances. If you are like safe and hidden and you're like clandestine subterfuge, you can probably just do it. But if you're
Okay.
like running and like trying to stuff a fuse in and light it and throw it behind you, then that's gonna be
Yeah,
like
that
a
makes
warfare.
sense. Okay, because I was like, I was just thinking like, if we need warfare to even use these, I might as well not even take it.
Yeah, just-
I'm not gonna risk
Yeah.
me failing,
Just blowing
setting
up.
a bomb and blow myself up.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's look at this injury table real quick.
Does Mrs. Nesgrin want to try and get a hold of any more of that blackroot stuff?
What?
That like
Black
black
powder?
root?
Oh,
the like poison?
the mutant bane.
I have.
He's
Yeah.
like, what'd
I
you
have
call me?
Blackbird. Yeah. I still have 3.
I think that's because I gave you a bunch of mine.
Yeah,
My
so
character
I still have
certainly
3,
wouldn't think
so
to get
Could I
more.
get more?
so Nate,
What's
the
up?
one that I'm thinking of is serious injury 50 to 58, shell
I
shock.
saw that. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I could find. I can't find where my note was unless I deleted. I probably accidentally deleted it. But either way, it's not going to affect me too much.
Can I get Manrio the plumber's plunger? Thanks.
Is that like a legendary weapon?
Obviously.
Absolutely.
How he defeated Koopa the Hut.
Wait a second. Now we're we're crossing streams.
It's drawn on the image.
Oh yeah, here. I hate you guys. So big.
Wouldn't it be better if it was Koopa Khan?
This slug creature is apparently Koopa the Hut. Right here.
Obviously.
Absolutely. I think I
Um.
did a wonderful job on that.
Indubitably.
Oh,
Did
it's
a great
beautiful
job.
art.
That's been on there forever, for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
I think I first drew this map like 4 months ago or something like that. It's been a long time.
If nothing else, the Sash Bearers are amazing artists.
Also-
this is us doodling like on the actual war table.
Yeah, the word.
Jesus.
What if
Oh,
there was a
my
red
goodness.
character who was a plumber?
That is that character from
What's
Vermintide,
a
the one that can't
plumber?
read.
Oh, yeah.
Plumber.
The
a
soldier guy
toilet?
forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Oh,
He's so wholesome. I wanted to point out
Tomato
as we're talking about the uniqueness of the Sash Bearers, in real life, us 6 are probably in like the top 0.00% in hours played of Zweihander.
I
This
love it.
so this is episode 26, right? If
And they're
if
at
most-
least 3 hours long.
yeah, if
each.
most episodes were 4 until we switched to 3 like 6 episodes or 7 episodes ago, that's like basically 100 hours of Zweihander in the last almost year now, right? Because we started in April.
7?
I
Was
don't
it
know.
April?
Pretty
We've
sure it
been
was.
at
It was
quite a
supposed.
while.
sooner than that. But
It was
April
supposed
sounds
to be-
about right.
I feel like it was supposed to be March, and then my dad died, and then I was like, "Hey, we can't start this weekend because I'm going to her funeral," and then we started like the first weekend of
Yeah,
April,
that sounds
Hmm.
about right.
That sounds right.
and then Nacho joined after the interlude, which was
Yeah.
June or something.
Which was like
Something
3
like that,
sessions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
July.
we've spent so many hours, and for anyone that still hasn't got the sales pitch that these clearly are, we have very, very scratched the surface
Yeah.
of
Oh
what
yeah.
this thing can do.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to tier 3 like jobs. We've only engaged with like 1% of all of the available jobs in the
Yeah.
system.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Well, when you only play like one campaign, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even still, just
I mean, I
it's
still
a lot
haven't
of
even
hours.
got to use half the shit in my second class and don't have my spells yet.
Well, yeah, because you're
Yeah,
spending all your RP on weirdo shit.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, like, I should have to go out of my way to, like, learn the spells once I hit my class, and we haven't done any downtime to do that, technically.
Because you're in jail.
Well, here we are.
How much time do we
This is
have?
downtime.
It's-
We're not just hanging out for a month. Like, all right,
Right?
this portal's pretty intense. Let's do some training first.
I mean,
Right.
there is. I will put it this way: there's nothing behind you pushing you to go to the portal, besides maybe Agent Bruce.
I was gonna
who's-
say Bruce seems like
Yeah, like she's
don't know if
she's
we-
obviously
Yeah,
here and ready
I was
to go.
trying to start a poll. Apparently, I don't have this power in Twitch, but I was trying to start a poll of whether we should kill Agent Bruce if she tries to
Yeah.
kill the Orcs God.
you could maybe do it if we were in our channel. I don't think you could do it on the Zweihänder.
I can
If
do
she-
it.
If she tries to pull some funky shit, do we kill her or not? I'm just
Okay.
saying.
If she gets froggy.
Question: do we kill Agent Bruce?
I mean,
Response
if
is
she tries to
yes.
go directly opposed to my god, it's
No.
not even a question.
That's what I'm asking. Do we,
Depends.
if she gets froggy, do we take her out?
We go, oh no,
Already
I hope
given
we don't have to
my
kill her because
characters.
I like her.
she sacrificed. You can.
That's
so
the
this-
complex here because
so
some
this
of us
is-
like her.
Finally, a moment where Celine is the one that's like, do we have to resort to violence?
Is debauchery the answer? Asks Celine.
Like, all I'm saying is, like, I was very suspicious of her at first, but then her magic trick and all the other stuff, and we've talked about things, and Celine likes her.
It's very funny that this is the character that Celine likes.
Yeah, the witch hunter.
Yeah, the
Whose title is Kill Celine Herzog.
Basically.
yeah. I mean, Celine sees it and she's like, "Hey, that's cool. I respect that."
Celine would have to make a concerted effort to be more of a witch, by definition.
Yeah,
Like,
The enemy
for-
of my enemy is my
living in
friend.
the
Come
woods, steals ingredients and wants to mix and like evil cackle.
yeah.
like-
Hedgewise turned servant of chaos is about as witchy as you can get.
on. Hey, all I'm saying is, I can still like the witch hunter.
No,
as a
yeah, we're
person.
We're just
Yeah.
admiring.
You
And
can
this
like
is
someone
Celine, so it
regardless
totally-
of their job, you know.
Yeah.
It totally fits something for her unpredictability.
I feel like Celine is attracted to people of power.
Dangerous, yeah.
Ooh,
Anyone that can
yeah,
hurt
People
her.
yeah.
of authority.
People who
Yeah.
are no, you're right. It's probably people who are dangerous.
Well,
Generally,
and people in authority seems to hold up pretty well too, considering
saying.
Yeah, I mean,
the
Well, the
orcs and
captain
then
is
like
different
the
'cause he's like a-
captain.
the captain's like a grizzled combat veteran. This chick, she just likes
yeah.
and gets along with. It's not like she wants to
So,
like
Finally,
get in the
an
sack
elf
with
you
her.
like more than me. Fine, it's fine. I'm not brooding.
Yeah,
Hey,
not
it's
mad.
not like
You
she
didn't
opened up to
my
Bruce.
honor
She
guard
opened
and-
up to you.
You
Freaking
haven't
bitchin'.
actively been trying to undermine my honor guard and corrupt him to the dark.
Like, we're friends. Surely you'll understand.
It's kind of a love triangle between Lillian, Hart, and Celine.
I would not describe my emotions from Hart at any point as love.
What about like a camaraderie sort of love?
There certainly was camaraderie for a hot minute.
There was a mutual respect there.
Yeah, for I think what amounts to 3-4 sessions.
Yeah.
Between when you became my honor guard, took your vows, and then
Just-
broke them, and I found out about it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it was like a week or two of time
That's
in
fair.
game.
But I'm
Yeah,
but I'm
considering
clean
all
now.
the traveling, yeah.
It's fair, but I'm clean now.
I'm clean as well.
I'm clean now. As far as I know.
As
Yeah.
far as
Still
you
haven't-
and God know.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
As far as you and God know, I'm
As
clean.
far as-
Fucking crit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's never apologized. He did let me know everything in a horrible, brutal fashion at a point that was very inopportune.
Would
Yeah.
you call that mental
I would call it psychological warfare.
psychological
That's what I would
warfare?
call
Yeah,
it.
like
Like, hey,
A
I know
mental
you're
assault.
fighting for your life right now. Here are images of me banging one of the only friends that you have in a dark, ritualistic
I didn't
fantasy.
focus on that. I was
You said you
focused
But it
on
was
the
there.
charisma.
He was there for sure.
And so I just stand in the corner, like,
Ritualistic, it was the sexual and
I'm just like
fucked
twiddling my
up.
thumbs, like, I wish this would be
That's so
over.
funny. It's like I know you're like busy right now, but also I have some things to show you.
Also, I
fucked your
think I'm
friends.
going. Also, I think I'm going to die. So here's what happened.
Well, this is
Let me
post-
be
Yeah,
honest.
this is
try to buy your
post-death.
way into heaven.
Yeah, like this is Lillian sees Hart die. It's like, oh no, Hart's dead. Then gets like a Skype call from Hart in heaven, like, hey, sorry, I've got some
Oh,
things to
God.
show you.
That's like when the guy comes in to read the will and he's like, all right, so it looks like $10 to the aunt. The house is going to go to your uncle, and you're getting $40,000 of Nazi gold? It's like, excuse me?
Yeah,
Excuse me, what?
but you're also in the middle of like constructing an
Yeah.
atomic bomb or something like that.
Yeah, diffusing a bomb.
Yeah. So yeah. We need to have like a I don't even know what you'd call it. A post-mortem or something once this is all done. Like a little talk
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little talk show, like
Like a heart to heart.
heart
Damn it,
to
Harper.
heart.
That would be a good name for it.
Yep.
I hate
I
it,
think
but it's
Gopher
great.
should
I
host
hate
that
it,
one.
but it's great.
Heart to
God.
Should
heart.
do
with
it like an
heart.
actual talk show. Where like you dress up like
Yeah,
like
Topher
old
put
school
on a-
talk show though,
we'll
like
put
dress
on
up like
suits.
Geraldo or something.
Yeah.
We'll put on suits and dresses.
God.
I'll cosplay like full bearded dwarven sellsword.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be great.
Oh, God.
Topher's like, so Hunter, as the game master, how did you
What can
feel?
you tell us about?
Yeah. This is a good idea.
I know
someone
a band.
someone
I
should
can
be
get,
writing
I
this
can get
down.
whistling. I'll get whistling swans to be our band.
Okay.
Yes.
A lake show is only as good as the band.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta have the, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Topher,
Oh, no,
turn
it's Nacho.
Nacho, turn your camera back on.
No, it's Nacho.
All right, Nate, start running the game. No, not physically running
Oh.
the game. Wake up.
You idiot! All right, so we should probably. Has everyone got everything they need? Are we ready for this reconnaissance mission?
I would like to play
Or
this game. That'd
Yeah.
be
Do we
cool.
want to spend a month in downtime fucking
Are
around?
we ready to reconnoiter?
Reconnoiter. I mean, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys.
I'm ready. I
I'm
pushed
ready.
him in through the portal.
He throws a little.
Oh no!
So who's coming with you?
Well, you said we had
I'm
like
going.
I'm standing
dogs
close.
and a contingent of people.
Yeah, so you
On a
you-
reconnaissance, we don't want to bring our contingent of people, but
We that was like part of the thing that we did last time was being like, "Hey, do you guys want to come with us?" And they were like, "We'll follow you anywhere, lady."
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we certainly will bring them once we know what we're doing. But right now, we're
Fair.
just trying to figure out what we're doing. Right now, I would be happier having them stand guard outside the portal in case a bunch of Skurzak decide to try to take
Fair.
over the world.
Do we want to take the other sash bearers or anything?
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably-
The two that aren't in
I'll go
traction.
Yeah.
Five whites.
See if we can get these guys to match. I mean, what?
What was that, Nacho?
Five whites Kursak goes by the name Rain. To get the world.
and his henchman Pinky,
Pinky.
the enormous
no.
what are they called, rat ogres? All right, I'm just taking
Good
some
lord.
notes on my DM sheet
yeah,
real quick.
And
These-
Brain
these-
is the shortest Skurzak.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
But you can be on.
Gonna have a
Hart
big
is
ol'
not going to
honk
take
in
the
it.
lead on this in any way. He's just kind of steely gaze, serious face,
I'm gonna
hanging out
bring a
next to Lillian.
spyglass.
Are you gonna
waiting for instructions.
stick the spyglass through the portal and
No,
then...
I'm just gonna bring one. Like a spyglass has become something she's like, I can fucking do so much with this thing.
Yeah.
I am gonna bring Soul and Stalker, the two wolves.
Okay.
I'll leave Bridget in charge of the Hoarfrost.
Dedication.
Yeah. No, I thought it would be
Oh yeah, yeah.
the full name doesn't feel like it always needs to be said, you
That's
know?
fair. Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a mouthful.
So, you guys, your contingent, and most of the people from Pertswell Castle descend from the castle back into Meridian Square, and it's kind of this like solemn, like ceremonial air about it. This is sort of the second time in, a day that's been like, okay, this could be it. This could be like the bad or the good ending of what we're trying to do here. Because, prior to this, it was taking on the Beastman Horde and hopefully felling the Minotaur Lord. And so now everybody that you've met over these last few days is standing amongst the square, sort of looking in awe and horror at the portal as the five of you plus the other available sash bearers, which would be just the three, right?
At this point, because Borwin and the other
Yeah.
Jolene are out of
Yeah.
commission.
Yeah, a couple of them are out of.
Yeah, so it's Halora, Halal, and there's only 4 of them, right? Borwin,
Two of
Jolie,
them
Halora,
up
and
and
Halal.
ready to go.
Yeah.
So there were 4, and so only 2 are up.
Yeah, so Halora and Halal are with you guys, and they're kitted out with gear from the castle. Hart, you were provided new plate mail from the castle.
I
and
did grab one of the gunpowder
bricks.
bricks, whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
The mail, the plate that you were provided over this day is clearly something that was in the stores or whatever. But an artisan who was among the people staying at the castle took it upon himself to etch a howling wolf visage into it to commemorate your allegiance to the Winter King, and this kind of thing has been spreading amongst the people here, even just in the hours after the dedication of the Hoarfrost Guard and all of that.
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of point out too, because I feel like Hart is since he died, and came back to life, he has been extremely quiet and solemn. Like, he's not really saying anything.
Yeah, which is like sort of not characteristic.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the second time that you have died and or almost died. The first of which where you actually died, but that.
Oh, you're referring to when I lit myself on
yeah,
fire?
the fire incident was what sort of sparked this.
I was pretty hurt then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
this time I actually died. So there's a mixture of fear, embarrassment because of the Lillian situation, and just a whole lot of emotions going on. So he's kind of been reclusive since coming back.
So I was gonna say, has there been any intentional contact between the two of you since?
I'm staying close to her, but not making eye contact.
Yeah, like a silent shadow kind of.
Yeah. And that's super juxtaposed because, as we will recall from last session, I got barbarian drunk.
Yeah, Lillian got intensely hammered.
Really let her hair down. she's been pretty uptight since you guys have met her, so she really was like, holy shit, I thought most of us were probably gonna die.
Yep.
I might actually be a prophet.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that I believed in my God, but the
Yep.
fact that other people believe in it, maybe I'm really good at this.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, hey, is this working? Let's get fucking drunk.
This whole solemn parade is boring to Celine. She's like, oh my god, you guys are a bunch of killjoys. We killed a Minotaur. Heart's alive. He didn't actually... Well, he kind of did, but he's not dead. Fucking celebrate with a goddamn orgy or something. Jesus Christ, guys.
And Hart, at that line from Celine, just kind of gives her a sheepish smile, because obviously he's happy to be alive and not dead. But he goes right back to being very solemn and quiet.
Yeah, so you all stand at the yawning mouth of this portal, where reality is warped and bent, and it's sort of this opaque, wibbly wobbly chaos magic.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, timey-wimey. And this is, again, like, big, like 30 feet tall arc with this huge opening.
Bring a cannon.
Just push a cannon through.
I want to put my hand on it.
On the like
the portal.
the solid part, or
The
on
solid
the
part, yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
it
the
is.
piece-
You might
Pieces
touch
that-
his penis.
The pieces
Gristle.
that were the orcs.
The gristle.
Yeah,
Metal,
so you
whatever pieces are there. that I
Yeah,
can
so it's
actually
like
touch.
stone and metal interwoven with the flesh and muscle of the philosopher.
Yeah, I just want to put my hand on it and see what happens.
It's pretty heavily like humming. Like you can feel that it's vibrating heavily. But other than that, it doesn't like, he doesn't say anything to you. It doesn't, you don't like transport or anything.
All right, well.
So I wanna like put my head in.
You gonna put your head in?
Yeah.
So Nesgrin goes first. As you make contact with like where the tear in reality is, you are yoinked through the portal. And I don't know if Nesgrin was ever part of this like forcible like consciousness yanking.
I don't think so. It was really the mages and Heart's ghost.
Yeah, and I want to say that like when everyone was standing around the circle, I feel like that was the episode that Nacho was gone, or something like that. And so maybe Nesgrin would have been part of that, but essentially what happens to Mrs. Nesgrin is that not only is your consciousness pulled like spaghetti through this like tube of magic, but so is your physical being. You are hurtled at breakneck blurred speed through the clouds, through the air, and it is exceptionally disorienting, very uncomfortable, and you should roll me a resolve test. Just a flat, normal resolve.
So do we see him get like
Yeah.
black holes?
Yeah, so it's like very I don't want to say disturbing, but it's like the part of him that, or the part of her that touches the portal and just like slowly pulls until slurps him up and he's
What,
gone.
it's slow? So it's like an unraveling?
Yeah, it's
like
like
a stretch.
yeah, it's like
Damn.
every plane of your body is accelerating into the portal, and so it's like, and then it's just Nesgrin's gone.
Someone else go. I want to see that again.
But of course, he did put her head in.
And
We could
I look
just
at-
throw you in next.
I look at
No.
Lillian.
I want to see if we can see from the other side. So
I look at Lillian and quietly I say, "Would you like me to go next?"
No, let's both go at the same time.
So Nesgrin, you come out in a pitch dark cavern crevice, and you kind of reconstitute in reverse order as how you went in, stumble forward out of the portal, and you can look around. There's like at very far down the cavern, you can see just like this vertical sliver of light, and then behind you, sort of incorporated into the stone wall, is this sort of twin rip in reality that you came out of.
can I see?
No, it is that same kind of like opaque, like all of the colors of chaos interweaving, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey like. So Lillian and Hart. Oh, go ahead.
It looks like it might be more comfortable if we just jumped.
Yeah, I think we just like go all in there. Maybe not at a run, but head first. Bold choice.
I'm a
Um,
bold woman.
So I'll follow her lead if we want to like
Yep.
just kind of hop jump in there.
Yeah, so you guys again, like you meet the portal, and from the outside observers, they like lock in space vertically, and section by section are pulled through the portal until
We get accordioned.
yeah, it's like accordion, and then
You can see all our organs on the inside.
if you were like looking between the portal and where the person was touching it, you could probably see like the cross section of their body as it's.
Is this some
it's-
ship of Theseus situation here? Are we the same people on the other side?
Who knows?
Who knows?
And so yeah, you guys again have experienced this before. It's certainly more uncomfortable to also do it physically because it's like your consciousness is pulled out and then you're kind of following along with your physical
Oh, so it's the
body.
same. It's the same experience, just with our physical bodies this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your physical body's
Okay.
there too, and you have this kind of like out of body experience where you're like, oh look, there's all of me, and then whop, you come out of the other end of the portal, going from what from your perspective feels like thousands of miles per hour to instant stop in this pitch dark cave, where Nesgrin is watching you, and you guys constitute like 3 feet in the air, then drop to the ground. But I do need resolve
Superman
checks.
landing. I passed mine.
Yep.
I have a pretty high resolve.
Nice.
Oh, we have the same resolve. That's fun.
So as Nab and Celine are watching, the philosopher speaks from the portal. And those of you who are on the other side in the cave, you can hear this too, but it sounds way farther away. He says, it's using part of me. I can feel somehow I'm powering this, and I'm afraid that there's only so much of me that can keep this active.
Shit. Do you know how many more you could probably let through and then back?
I can do more, but I can feel the drain. I don't know. I'm certainly not exhausted yet, but this is having more of a toll than I expected.
Can I use like witch sight and then kind of like also like kind of touch the archway and kind of get like roll an incantation or kind of see how much it's like draining or something for each person?
Absolutely. That would be very
Can I try to
cool.
do the same on the other side? Or like
Um,
assist to the other side? Or did I not hear it?
You
I can't
heard it.
remember.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you all heard it. It's like the portal is like
The portal's not physically here with us. is
Yeah,
what
so
you're saying.
you
It's
have
only
The,
on-
the wibbly bits are, but not
yeah,
the...
so you have
Yeah.
the
Okay.
tear, and it's like, you can see where it is through
There's
the
no physical
stone.
manifestation of the
Yeah.
philosopher on our side.
And so I would say no, you cannot help.
Okay.
You
Alright,
can,
so-
because you can't hear Celine, you can't see her.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so we're gonna start with my witch sight because I have to cast that first.
Sure,
Hard
Hope-
says, well, that was downright uncomfortable.
it was
Okay, I made that.
success. So you blindfold yourself.
Okay, and then I go up and touch and incantation. Any minus or plus or anything?
We'll just do it flat. We'll just do flat incantation
Okay.
because you're getting good at this.
You said it's totally pitch black on the other side?
It's very dark.
I would like to use a fortune point to reroll.
Sure.
That's probably worth it.
Can I go ahead and light my torch?
Yeah. So
69!
yay!
I want to spend a fortune point for a crit!
You want to make it a crit? All right.
Yes!
So you walk up to the portal and you lay your tiny goblin hand on the stone and you feel the vibrations, and then you think, no, this isn't good enough. And you slide your hand over to one of the crevices and you stick your fingers between the fibrous
Ooh.
muscle that
Ooh, neat.
is the remains of the philosopher, and you kind of link with him in this winds of chaos magical state, and you, as you, I was gonna say penetrate the meat of the
Yeah.
you are immediate, like the remains of his form, which are, like I said, like meat spaghetti woven into this material. It's highlighted for you, so you're not seeing like the physical like stone and steel and everything. You are only seeing this like spider web, almost like nerve ending structure that is the philosopher. And you gauge from the potency, the energy within him, that he has enough energy, and let me make sure I get this right.
Because 3 of us have gone through
Yeah,
already.
because 3 of you have gone through.
He's got to do some quick maths.
And there's, what, 5 of us total in the party?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
Plus the 2
Dogs.
plus the 2 dogs and the 2 sash bearers.
yeah. So he has enough energy left.
Oh, did the wolves come with us?
They didn't yet. I was gonna ask, but this whole thing started, so I don't want to like fuck us by like having those people come.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the number, and then we can retcon either way. How about that?
Okay, sounds fair.
He has enough energy left for 33 transits. And a
33?
transit is going there or coming back, but not both.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it
you
feels
said
like a
we're-
lot, right?
But if we have to go
Half.
back and forth,
But if there's 6, like if there's you 5 and Agent Bruce, back and forth is 12. Back
So
and
you
forth
said
again is 24.
Yeah. You said that I like linked up with him,
Yeah.
like, is there any way, like, I could say, kind of help give him some energy, even if it means taking some, like, physical damage or peril damage?
I would say that you can this like using your newfound powers over like pleasure and energy and that sort of thing, you could dump life force from yourself into the philosopher, and every rank of peril that you willingly take would add a single transit.
When you say, do you mean actual peril or do you mean like the physical damage?
Peril.
Okay.
So that it exhausts you, it doesn't injure you.
Yeah.
I would have taken years off his life.
Yeah, that would be very funny. Just like that would be very funny. I do like that.
If I want to get back into this to do this again, how easy is it gonna be since I've done it once?
I would say you would still need to succeed. You wouldn't need to critically succeed.
Okay. All right. For now, I think I will bump myself up to imperiled to give it at least one more use.
Okay, that puts it at.
So,
Oh wait, I'm at 32. Sorry.
oh, well,
So
now
that
it's
brings
33.
it up to 33.
Okay.
It was originally supposed to be 35, and then 3 of you went through. I would say that the dogs count as half. So you could do 2 wolves
dogs
for
together.
1 transit.
Okay, so Celine will pull away and tell everybody, hey, I kind of linked up with him, and we have 33 trips that we can use before he's gone. And there's nothing left.
And before anybody, I did think about this. Before anyone is like, oh, is it based on, like, mass? Is it, like, wasn't Celine technically less weight than a full-grown wolf?
It's soul energy.
Fuck you. Yeah, soul energy matters. Consciousness, there's a lot that goes into it.
I believe you. No, that's what I would
Yeah,
have
for
done.
sure.
Like, you're like bug crawls through. That's not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Yeah,
the horse?
The horse would be a transit because it's more mass but less consciousness.
They can't learn language.
Or wait, but you have like a pony, right?
Yes, but it's not like Laughing Midnight.
Oh
which we
yeah,
did
because you have the
decide.
horse from the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably say a transit.
Yeah, horses are smarter than dogs, so I accept
Yeah,
this.
so, and I mean, like, this is supposed to make you guys think a little bit about.
Yeah, which is why we didn't just charge in with the army.
Yeah, which would have been
Yeah.
very funny. Is like people are going through and the philosopher's like, ah, shit, guys, you gotta slow down. Yeah.
Get like fucking 20 people through. Yeah.
Put
10
on the
more
brakes.
Transits. Oh.
Yep.
All right.
See,
so
that would have
some
been-
some of you will die.
So sacrifice I'm willing to make.
to make.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need the dogs to come with us. I think they would be useful for recon just for the sense of smell.
And I mean,
can
Bring
go
one
without
and
dogs.
send it back when we're done, and that's a transit. So.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just have the one come.
all right, which one are you bringing?
Soul.
Okay. And so you know, if in the instance of like absolute emergency, Lillian knows that this is, well, actually, you get the sense that it is a mountain peak, right? That this is like in a mountain range.
Yeah. It
so if
seems
you-
to exist.
Yeah, so if you were to, like, say, have to leave a wolf behind, they would probably be able to do wolf things here for the rest of their life. It wouldn't be necessarily a death sentence for a winter wolf.
Yeah, and I mean, one, if they weren't able to survive, then that would be on them, unfortunately. That's like
yeah, it's
sort
kind
of
of like
their creed.
the Winter King
Um,
philosophy.
Mhm.
But also, I asked for volunteers, and so they knew the risks.
That's true. So we've got Hart and Lillian and Nesgrin in this cave, and it is again very dark except for far down the end of the cave.
And the torch.
Yeah, there's like this like vertical sliver of light that goes to the outside. Hart's
I
got
have
his
one-
torch lit.
Yeah, I have one single torch, so we kind of like look around the cave, see what we can see.
Yeah, and as it was shown to Lillian during their sort of flyover, it is most importantly a cave that is not connected to any other like offshooting branch or anything like that. This is not accessible by the Skurzak Warrens that almost certainly crisscross underneath whatever's going on here. It is simply a crevice in this like cliff face that's probably like 40 feet deep, and it varies along its length, but like 15 feet wide. And you guys are at the very end of it, where this portal is sort of like clipping through the physical nature of the back of the stone wall. And then untold miles away, we have Celine and Nab and the host of Pertswell Castle gathered, sort of watching. Again, it's not like very heartening to see what happens to someone when they touch the portal. It's very like
Disturbing.
it's unnatural in the way
Chaos
that they
magic.
Yeah.
Lee loves it.
Yeah, and so
So you actually heal your peril from watching it.
yeah, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Look at the way they just get ripped in like that.
And so the two of you hear murmurs behind you from some of the people and some of the Hoarfrost dedication and everything of like, well, I hope they're okay, like that. Oh, I've never seen anything like that before. And there's sort of a murmur of discontent behind you.
Wait, is
Don't
Corna
worry.
gonna come with us?
She could.
She should come with us. I think so.
She
I think
is
she'd
like,
be a valuable asset.
I would
I don't
say-
even have a
willing
say
to
anymore.
come.
At this point, we're
I
already
don't
through.
want to force her.
yeah, so she would be there to watch. She would have come from her tower, which is, at the end of this furrow of destruction through the
I love
city
it.
where
I
she had,
truly love it.
where she had crash landed. So she would
Oh,
come
God.
bounding through the just like timbers and stone of buildings that are destroyed.
Yeah.
And she would be watching with as much eager anticipation as Celine about
Oh, I'm
what
sure.
exactly is going on here. Yeah, so she's standing by for the go ahead. And yeah, so we've got 3 in, 2 out right now.
Yeah,
Celine will ask Corna if she would be willing to come with us, like if she's interested or would help us or anything. She's not
She-
gonna like push her or force her, but
She agrees wholeheartedly.
hell yeah.
And says that, whatever she can do to show those rat bastards that
Hell
you
yeah.
can't just go around fucking with people's eyes and gods and that sort of thing, that she's willing to help.
You're the best. All right, he's going next. I'm ready to watch.
And Corner will step forward and kind of look at Nab, and it's kind of like, it's almost more of like a feeling, because obviously her like whole around her face is covered with tiny mushrooms and you can't see her eyes. but she, regards Nabeen and sort of silently asks, like, which of us should go.
You go right ahead.
And she walks up, and she like looks at the giant arc and the surface of the portal, reaches out with a hand and touches it, and you can see that like it's not what she hoped it would be, because then she like grabs her arm as it like starts pulling her in, and then she's like stuck for like a full second in this like almost pose of terror as she's pulled through. And then the three of you on the other side see an orcish hand slowly like being printed out of the portal until Korna comes full body through, and she
And
stumbles
these
through.
3D printers are getting better all the time.
And
Right.
she looks around and sort of awkwardly like, hey, I'm here.
I'm glad to have you here. I'm guessing that Celine invited you. We're glad to have you.
It was her idea. I'm here to help.
Well, you've got more skin in the game than the rest of us, I bet.
Well, like I told Celine on the other side, whatever we can.
She stares at you because idioms don't make sense to her.
Yeah, she's like, did my skin come off?
What game are we playing?
Yeah.
In-game.
Yeah, she
Why are the stakes so high?
reiterates that she's here to stick it to the Skurzak for taking over her life, as it were.
Hell yeah. We're gonna kill those rat bastards.
Okay, so do I
Can I
have
go and
any
click on
reason?
the slit of light?
What was that, Nacho?
You told me that there's like a slit of light.
Yeah, it's the exit of the cave.
Okay, can I go and?
Yeah, you can look out. So
Approach?
if you as you
Oh.
approach, you see that it is blindingly white outside, especially as your eyes are adjusting from the darkness of the cave. And you see that this cave opening overlooks what is effectively like a fairly level like cliff shelf that then immediately drops like to a 50-foot drop to the next level of the mountain. And I do have a map for this, and so once everybody's there, we can transition to the map. I actually like accidentally spoiled it to you guys when we were testing the stream earlier. I don't know if anybody noticed or remembered what it looked like, but
No.
I
Good.
did. It was rad.
Yeah.
thank you, Chris.
I liked it.
Yeah,
So-
we
I
can
have
go
the stream chat up, but I hide the rest of the window behind your faces in Discord.
This was even
No, this
before we
is
were
earlier.
live. Yeah, this was when
Oh,
I
yeah, I
was
wasn't
showing the overlay and everything.
Gotcha.
So what was Nabeen doing?
I was gonna ask if I have any reason at all to believe I would be able to find and commandeer a horse on that side.
Roll me
Resolve. No.
a folklore.
Okay.
Just a flat.
Presume I would have shared the information that there's like a 50-foot drop at the edge of this, so that there's no way that a horse
Well, no.
could
So
reasonably come through the portal.
you
Yeah, I will.
that I
will
didn't
say
describe
that.
it perfectly.
Okay.
So you either remember or heard stories of, or like chatter at the ale house between the mantises or something like that, that the Skurzak are known to have mounts. They ride, and the stories aren't super clear on if it's like some kind of non-horse mammal or like lizards that climb on
The
It's gonna be a
walls.
person running around on 4 legs.
Yeah, naked
Yeah,
Just another
human.
dude.
The smart rats ride the dumb rats.
Yeah, or if it's like
Or
giant dumb
there's
rats.
just bigger normal rats that they are just like, sorry man, this is your lot in life.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Khajiit, where some of them are born as just like house cats. So you're thinking like, shit, okay, we have a certain amount of energy that we can use for this portal. I could try to commandeer whatever it is that Skurzak ride on the other side if I wanted to. Or I could bring my horse from the castle and worst comes to worst, put it out of its misery on the other side or whatever.
I would never. What is wrong with you?
I'm
Would
just...
never.
You're letting the horse, you would let the rats eat it?
I mean,
I think
No,
she'd
No, I
I'm
would
sacrifice
kill the
one of
rats.
us.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, she's just like, I'll kill every one of these fuckers before
Cody's already ready to let his wolves fend for themselves, so
I
mean,
know.
It's different
Yeah.
for a wolf, though. Like, if you leave
Yeah.
a horse over there,
You leave a horse on top of a mountain,
on the
you're
side
like,
of a mountain.
it's a little like...
they walk over to the edge and they go, well, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
This is a
man.
Skyrim, Topher, come
If you had
on.
a goat, if you have one of those like vertical goats,
one of those
that's,
mountain
like,
goats, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
like 1 degree, enough for me.
Can you
Yeah.
find a really big goat to ride?
Yeah.
You'd be like a dwarf from WoW.
All right. So Matt's gonna walk over to Ranzla and kind of hand her the lead to her horse and be like, do we have a rough estimate of how long we're going to
You are
be?
so
Like,
quiet.
we set any
You
know.
sort of...
We did not
I don't know
discuss
why
it.
I'm quiet.
No, you're not quiet. I
Oh,
think
you're not
I
quiet.
think Nacho
Oh,
was
Nacho,
talking
I
to
thought
someone
Nacho
else.
said.
Yeah, I think he was
Okay.
talking to a real person. Not that you're not
Oh,
a real
alright,
person.
bad.
We did
Um,
not.
I'm
It's
not.
It's probably would have been smart to discuss.
Yeah.
if
But
we don't come
also
back.
notice
but-
that I strategically separated you before you
Before we
knew
know.
that
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah.
limited amount of...
Would I be able, based on the information that we have, to do like a warfare check to get a rough estimate of how long I think the reconnaissance mission should take?
So as Cody said earlier, Lillian and Celine and Hart would have shared over the course of this like prep period
We
what they
saw.
had seen when they were sort of ghost forming over this this facility or whatever it is.
Right.
I'll bring everybody here. So this is the culmination of the verbal description of
Oh,
what
Jesus.
of Hart and Celine and Lillian provided, and this is your like collective memory of it.
Good
So
lord.
it is a vast, interconnected, crisscrossing web of buildings and walkways, and like this is right here in the armpit looks to be like a small like castle. There's like a tower up on this peak over here. This could be a bit of a reconnaissance mission.
So it could be some days and not,
Yeah.
14 hours or whatever. Okay.
Especially now that you guys know that you can't like willy-nilly like shoot back and forth. It's like we need to make the most out of what
sure.
we're doing.
Okay.
Means-
Well, I'm
We
still
bring
gonna
in
leave my horse with Ranzla and basically tell her to wait for word from the philosopher.
Sure. Yeah, because you
before
guys
putting through
can
and to
you
bring
guys can
my
like
horse.
shout into the portal and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
tell them we need Lunchables."
So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I will.
Food, that's
And
their
we
food
throw
doesn't have
items. They don't
food
have
doesn't
souls.
have souls.
Yeah, so I mean,
The ham and cheese, baby.
There hasn't been a whole lot of testing of the physical transport capabilities.
I was gonna
but,
do that, so
Yeah.
I push a trebuchet through it.
Yeah. I love the idea of pushing something that's like
Celine throws a sword through it and it just lodges in the wall next to our head.
Yeah. She walks up. Hey, philosopher! Ask him if that hit anybody. So how does Nab? Does she just
Yeah, so
jump
I
through
tell Ranzo
or
that stuff, and I'm like,
go butt
stay
first?
safe, and then I just walk through.
Right as you're about to
Butt
like
first.
touch the surface of the portal, she runs up, grabs your arm, plants a kiss right on your mouth,
And you both get yoinked through. No, I'm just kidding.
and then she transports with
You
you.
become the fly.
Yeah, you.
I lose my footing, and we both fall through.
Yeah. So now
Oh god,
No.
I made a new character sheet for you, Chris. You're an abomination now. You've
Yeah.
got
yeah.
you've got 4 arms and 4 legs.
That's 4 guns.
That's
you
all
can
I've
shoot.
ever wanted.
Four guns. That's hilarious. But yeah, she just like intense stare, takes a step back, gives you like a mocking salute as you're getting ready to go through.
I'll like when she does that, I'll just grin and flip her the bird and back through it.
And the last thing you see is her laughing as you pinhole away from this area and are shunted to wherever it is that gods die. And roll me a resolve.
New
I don't want
Jersey.
to.
New Jersey, yeah, honestly.
New Jersey.
Where gods die.
You would think after like a year of playing this game, I would remember roughly where things are on this sheet.
Hasn't been quite a year yet.
I said roughly.
Hell yeah. So you succeed. None of you failed this resolve check, which is good.
Oh.
And so,
Sorry, Nate.
yep, Celine,
Oh, he changed
you
it.
are alone. Well, not alone, but you are the last of the sash bearers, with Halora and Halal standing behind you, and the gathered host of the Hoarfrost dedication, and the doctor Zugon's there, and they're all kind of looking at you expectantly of like, is she gonna go through?
Some experiments, of course. First thing she wants to do is she's gonna grab like a decent sized like rock or something, and ask like the philosopher like, hey, can you tell me if this takes like anything out of you?
And his voice will boom back, I can try.
And then it's not much, so I'm hoping he can. So I'll just toss the rock through.
And so the same thing happens. There's no conservation of momentum or anything. It like hits the thing, pulls through, and then on the other side, the 4 of you plus Corda see almost like you probably don't even see it really. You hear it first as a large
Clatter.
stone clatters to the floor.
Ah,
Did she
Celine
just throw
always-
a fucking rock at me?
she sends the best presents, doesn't she?
And
This is why I didn't tell her my birthday.
there's a sort of pause from the philosopher, and he says, as far as I can tell, I don't think that took enough for me to even notice.
Okay. Because I don't know how much food we packed, if any at all.
I would say that you guys would have prepared for a
Okay.
reconnaissance mission, so like
Okay.
at least 3 days of food, that kind of thing.
So her second test, which could be the last thing she gets to do before getting sucked in, she's gonna grab like a stick that's relatively like the length of her forearm, and she's gonna stick that through and like hold it and see if it like yanks out of her hand or sucks her with it, basically.
So it yanks out of your hand in the way that it like slowly again like
Mhm.
slurps through the portal. But yeah, it
That feels
pulls.
weird.
Yeah, it and it's not like the whole stick pulls from your hand, it's like
Mhm.
infinitely tiny sections of the stick slide away from you until it's all gone.
Ooh, neat. And then she's gonna walk through. So
And hit me with that resolve.
Hit me with your resolve.
98. Let's go.
thanks, guys. Thanks.
Everyone wants her to fail.
Nice.
And that's a success.
Rude.
And
Welcome.
so
Yeah.
Celine emerges from the portal among her
Unharmed.
Corna and the rest of the Sash bearers in this dark crevice. And so you guys are, for a sense of
Chuck the
reference,
rock at her when she, like, not hard, be like, you drop this.
toss the rock. You guys are down here in the lower right corner. See, there's a little crevice there. I gave you this little fortune point token to kind of represent you as a group. Each hex on this map is pretty big. These are buildings, so everything that's kind of gray is like buildings and walkways and that sort of thing. So you can get a rough estimate that each hex is like 20 to 30 feet tall and wide. And so this is going to be kind of like a hex crawl sort of thing where you guys are basically going to like move yourself as a group or as individuals around on the map, and I'm going to tell you what you encounter or what happens, that sort of thing. So your immediate area, this crevice opens up to a flat, like, shelf of stone. And so this shelf extends all the way around here to the west. Where the lines are where the sheer drops between shelves. So it's kind of like a wedding cake almost, where you have like cliff and then relatively flat and then cliff and then relatively flat, that kind of thing. And it goes up, almost all of it goes up as you go towards the center. This is again up as you descend on the other side of the peaks. And so he's laying on kind of like a saddle between two peaks. So there's one peak that is underneath his head and like shoulders, and it dips in elevation, and then there's this other peak that's kind of between his legs here. And so then this leg has fallen behind the peak, this leg is laying across. All of this is debris from a landslide. And so it's like very steeply inclined, loose stone, crunched up rock, that sort of thing. So when you exit the cave, like right here where you guys are, you are on a stone scattered shelf of mountain. Directly to your east is the debris of this landslide, which is, given enough effort, climbable if you would like. You can also see that there's a pretty open, meandering path along the shelf of this cliff here that you could just walk on. Or, to the north of you, there's the sheer face of this stony cliff that again is like, in places 30 feet to 50 feet tall.
And it goes, you said it's a saddle, so it doesn't go up, right? It would go down?
It's the lowest point is like his crotch. Like right here is the lowest point, and then it goes up again up here, where there's like a tower on this
So this
peak.
would be like a 50-foot drop.
No. This is all up.
Yeah, like as we go that way, it's scaling up the mountain towards that peak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was, I guess, more like a valley. The saddle description threw me off.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the
So
valley...
it all goes up, but then it flattens for a little bit, and then it goes up more.
Not quite. So I
Good. Sorry.
I will indicate
On one
the
side,
peaks.
it goes up. The other side,
So
It goes down.
there's a
Roughly
peak.
So the
in the
opposite of
middle.
a saddle.
So this is I was pointing at my screen, but you can't see that. This black circle is a peak of a mountain.
Okay.
This black circle, oops, no, make the circle. Please make the circle. This black circle, also the peak of a mountain, right?
Okay. Okay.
So the saddle is here. Saddle,
Okay.
like this. He's like inclined as if he were like laying head on one peak of the saddle, crotch in the low point, and then the high point of the other peak of the saddle is between his
Okay.
legs. And so
I got
you
it.
guys are ascending
That's
perpendicular
weird phrasing.
to it. Does that clear it up a little bit?
Yeah, I got it.
So yeah, this is the perfect time if we wanted to do a short bio break. We are halfway through. Water and peeing and that sort of thing. And then we will begin our reconnoitering of the fallen orcs god and the Skurzak facility atop him. So,
Sounds like a plan.
be right back. Stick around. We got a lot of more cool stuff to do.
A lot of more cool stuff.
A lot of more cool stuff. So much more cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't leave the channel.
I think Nacho accidentally. Oh, shoot. Then there were two.
Yeah. Nate, you have
What's
to
up?
download the demo for the new Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Have you watched any of the videos about it?
Uh-uh.
They introduced this new mechanic called mouthful mode,
Oh, God.
where Kirby can eat really, really, really big things.
Yeah?
So I'm a car right now because I ate a car.
What the fuck?
I'm driving around.
That's wild.
It's pretty great.
Herbs. So it's just Kirby and a city, basically, huh?
Yeah, look up a Kirby car.
I will in a sec. I'm watching the announcement trailer currently.
Oh, you'll see him then. When they go over mouthful mode. Pretty great.
They ever had a 3D Kirby game like this?
Not like this. This is amazing.
Holy
It's not out
shit.
yet. I'm just playing the demo.
Yeah. Because it's always been like some kind of side scroller.
Yep. Yeah, no, this is great so far.
Nice.
It brings back feelings of 3D Mario games. Like that excitement when you first played Mario 64.
Right.
Remember the first time I played Mario 64?
Oh my god,
I
the
hated
fucking...
it.
Find the car?
No, the fucking spike. You can roll around as the spike, like when you're
Oh,
in the
yeah.
spike ball.
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna show the car. No, they don't in the announcement trailer. Math full mode reveal. Here we go.
I was petting my cat.
That's what I want to do as well.
Actually, I want. She probably won't stay, but I would love for her to come sit with me. Let's try it one last time. Said I would love for her to come sit with me.
That's ridiculous. Oh, that's funny. A vending
Stinks.
machine.
Oh, mew.
Huh.
Is she still wearing pants, Cody?
Oh yeah, we haven't had a chance to get her pants fixed.
That's fair.
Hopefully this weekend we'll get those pants sorted out.
Oh my gosh.
Looks great, doesn't it?
It does look really cool.
And they have a hard mode too for people that like want more of a challenge, and I
Nice.
appreciate that.
What
For
is it?
sure.
The new Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
They
It's,
needed it. Kirby games have been very easy.
For sure. Like, especially like there were some that were just like, well, like Kirby's Epic Yarn. You literally couldn't die.
Get too easy. Not every game needs to be Dark Souls, but every game should have some amount of interesting challenge to it.
You can upgrade
For me, at
freaking
least, for my
abilities?
kind of game.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a pretty cool upgrade system.
Oh, that's super cool.
What's super cool?
Kirby
cat.
and the
Kirby
Forgotten
game.
Land.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Like you can upgrade your abilities, which is super cool.
There's a demo on
Yeah,
the
the
eShop.
demo's out
Mhm.
today.
I don't think I remember. She's not afraid of that.
Super cool. I dig it.
All right, so we're back. I want to hear what Cody's girlfriend is talking about. He's not gonna let us.
Damn it, Chris, you fucking yip you shared.
She's very excited about Fire Emblem.
Well, yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I need to darken these because you guys spent.
She needs to play Elden Ring.
No, she would hate that game.
why
Horizon
she
is
play it.
is probably about the hardest game that she would like.
All right. So what's the game plan? You've got Corna and U5 in this. You know, you are high enough in altitude that you can feel the thinness of the air. Lillian is sort of awash in the like closeness with the Winter King up here in this frigid mountain climb.
Yeah, I don't even feel it actually.
Yeah,
Like,
you're just
even,
like-
even statistically, like as long as I've got the wolf cloak on, I
Yeah.
don't feel any cold.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and so I'm not right now. We're not gonna impose any sort of environmental penalties, but there are things that could occur that might.
Yeah.
So we're in a cave. Is this path to the west also in a cave, or is that outside in the sheer?
That is outside.
Yeah.
So I can
There's no
move.
getting away from it then.
Yeah, so you guys are. If we zoom in, I moved you one hex back, so that would be like in the cave, and then the exit of the cave is just like directly onto this shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I figure the shelf's probably the best bet. We're not really
Yeah.
on a time crunch, but
That's what I was
as
thinking,
long as we
walk
can
around this
stay-
way.
just sort of stay low as we're moving across, so
And,
we don't.
I mean, it'll be easy because we can just stay up against this cliff face, and they won't be able to see us. So.
Yeah, and you can like if you were to like come out and look up, there's no line of sight to even like this hand here.
Oh, really? It's that
Yeah.
steep?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's very tall. So you would have to
Yeah.
come here where it's
Mm-hmm.
like inclined ramp up to the next thing.
Yeah.
And so if you
Mm,
peek
okay.
around
We'll be
this cliff,
exposed.
then you would see like, oh, there's the colossal hand of this god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan then, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like that's our best bet and probably our best way because with the tower up there, I assume it's a watchtower. Like we can try and like make it to the hand and like sneak around or something.
So yeah, things to describe that you would remember off the top of your head. Anything that's like squiggly like this is like a staircase up or like a ramp. These you remember as like palisade wall kind of things. And then triangle shaped buildings, rectangle square shaped buildings, walkways. This you remember as being sort of like the central hub, which looked like just an absolute chaotic shanty town of like building atop building connected by walkways and ropes and climbing ladders and that sort of thing. So it's not
Ewok village, check.
yeah, it's like
Nice.
an Ewok village with no trees. It's just Skurzak buildings piled on top of each other in this like, crotch based shanty town.
Yeah.
This again was like a stone
Crotch-based shantytown.
a
I
stone
love it.
keep.
Yeah. It's a penis favela, if you will.
Yeah, very
Wow.
similar. Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god.
Notice that I didn't include his genitalia, but they do exist. I do want to.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
just throw in some pixels, just a bunch
Oh,
of big
yeah, we
pixels.
we could give him some modesty here.
Yeah, just a big
Ugly.
black bar.
Oh wait, I didn't color it in.
You dope.
So if we're gonna be anatomically accurate, it's gonna be something like, like that.
Yikes.
Just kidding.
Yikes.
Gargantuan.
I hate it.
Virile.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
I
of
hate it so
course,
much.
Celine has been in his rectum spiritually.
Sure.
Yeah,
of course.
as you do.
Yeah, as is common.
And,
I
yeah,
thought
to be
it'd be
fair,
a hiding place.
we have all spiritually been in Nate's rectum.
Yeah, I
so-
mean,
Well, you've been more places than that spiritually.
So as we're walking,
Oh my god.
I want to sort of ask Horna.
okay.
So, do you feel any resonance like being here at all?
And she, the equivalent of furrowing one's brow, when your face is half
The
mushroom.
mushrooms all bunch.
Yeah,
up
they
and
kind of
kinda
like
arc.
bunch up really cute.
Thank you. Aw.
All the
And
mushrooms have little faces.
little tiny eyes.
Oh my god, now I want to draw faces on her.
Kate
mushroom.
Love it.
from fucking Monster Prom.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
And she's thinking. She says, "Yeah, I do. I can feel him here. He's certainly alive.
We could definitely feel him if we went up there.
I mean, physically for sure. But his spirit is so weak in this state that he can't reach out without aid. But here, being in such close proximity, I feel him."
This is a crazy question. Do you think that if we got you up near his head, that he might be able to commune to you what we need to do to get him free?
Probably, yeah. if I can
Yeah.
if I can get up in there and get close, get contact, maybe get my hands right on him, I could make myself be heard, and maybe he could talk back. Because we know that when, so there was the 2 times, and this is not Corna's voice, but I'm establishing there was the 2 times when you reached out, where it was Celine, with the help of everybody, reached out with the magic circle, and he basically used the all of his reserved strength over the course of millennia to grab you and bring you to him and say, like, hey, I need help. And then when the philosopher channeled the power of the miasma and sort of forced a connection, those were the 2 times. And Corn saying, we know he can communicate, but, right now it would be best if we could, we don't have any other powerful means of doing it, so we would need to get up there and close.
Yeah. While we're traveling, I think, as I'm talking to my companions here, unless someone else has a very insightful strategy, I think probably our best idea is to sneak along, identify maybe points of weakness, and I hold up one of the bombs, maybe some things that we can sabotage for when we're coming back here. While we
seems
make
like a
our
good
way
idea.
towards the head, or at least the arms and stuff, so he can tell us what he needs, because we don't have an army right now.
No, we sure don't.
True.
We got shit.
So as
Make some,
go ahead.
Sorry, we could make some booby traps.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, that's
some
a good idea.
some guerrilla warfare.
Some industrial accidents.
Lay some
Ooh,
traps
oh,
and
no,
then
yeah.
and then kind of alert them to our presence and run them into the traps.
Yep. Or we could set some traps here in the road, the cave. So
I like
if
that.
we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
for
we have
hot
to
exit.
escape,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to escape through the exit. We could
Blow the
just-
cave.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not blow the cave, but let them blow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
Get
some
get trapped or
tripwire.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
tripwire, I can
prep a
find the rule.
tripwire.
Yeah. This road.
Yeah.
So if we could camp through here and then go through here, they're following us.
Yeah.
We could trap them here and explode, and then we can escape.
Yeah. I like
if we
that.
have to escape.
Yeah, I think that's a good backup plan. Hopefully, hopefully we won't need it. We don't. We
Yeah.
certainly don't want to let them know where we're going. If they
Right.
start searching for that portal, then we're half
It
fucked
is-
already.
Potentially warded.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, even just if they know where it's at, if we come through.
Yeah, they would be waiting.
You never enter a place without having exit strategy.
Mhm.
That's true.
If we wanted to put together a trip bomb that we know about, somewhere in this, like you said, in this 3-way intersection here,
Yeah.
is that a warfare check?
I would do a check to see how good it is. You will always construct it. It's more so like using Naveen's expertise and that sort of thing to place it in an effective way, or make sure that it's spaced out right and the tripwire activates at the right time. So it'll always work. It's just going to be the degree at which it works for the check. So as you guys are picking your way along this shelf here, sticking pretty close to the this like cliff face to the north of you, you come around this corner right here, and it's not like a full corner, but you kind of round this bend.
Yeah.
And I need awareness. Yeah. From whoever's in front, everyone can do it. Marching order is not incredibly important right now.
Nope.
I'm really bad at this.
That's
you want us
alright.
all to do just awareness for everybody?
Yeah, awareness is fine. I'm
Oh my, I
interested.
actually won.
I'm interested in critical successes. So
Ooh,
Nate
my awareness
succeeded.
sucks.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
you roll so many 100s. It is just.
Or Chris.
We're gonna start reversing Chris's
Oh, wow.
roll system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I barely got that.
So let's do the critical failure really quick. This is just going to be a chance for peril. You are surprised, Nabeen, and Celine notices too. As you guys round this corner and you're kind of again picking your way across this this cliff, Nabeen, your foot hits something that is, instead of hard and rock-like that you were expecting, your foot kind of squelches and sinks into something, and this startles you, and you give me a coordination check as you try to wrench your foot free without falling over or stumbling on the stones here. Yeah, so you succeed, so no peril. You pull your foot free and look down, and your foot has sunk into the partially rotted body of a dead Skurzak. And
Gross.
Celine, you notice that among the rocks here at the base of this cliff that you guys are picking along, there are Skurzak bodies littered, some of them under rocks, some of them with like roughly fletched arrows and spears and stuff in them. And so this cliff right here, sort of from this area to where it like bowls out, there are a dozen or so dead Skurzak at the bottom here.
Can I like scrutinize this area to see why specifically here, or if there's anything noticeable, or maybe like there? It couldn't be just like a landslide though, because there's someone spears in them. Unless this is just where they dump the bodies.
Can I make a folklore check if Skurzak are really prone to like civil war?
Absolutely.
That would be my first guess.
All right, I got a 36. I made
Do I have
So
anything that affects this?
No. Celine, you're looking around and you look up to the cliff, and on the lip of the cliff above you, you see another Skurzak body, like kind of half hanging over the edge, again with like arrows sticking out of it. So it appears to you, as you see kind of the blood along the cliff and the bodies, that there was a fight of some kind on the cliff above you, and these are the unfortunate ones that just happened to get hemmed in, pushed to the edge to their death.
Interesting.
Do they have anything that might be useful on their corpses?
So these are immediately obvious that they are like the like slave caste Skurzak. So they've got like shitty handmade equipment. Most of it's not even metal. So it's not like any good pickings. If you wanted like bone knives and like fire hardened spears and that kind of thing, they're certainly available. There's also arrows and like cloth clothing and that sort of thing.
Oh, we could make disguises.
I'm a rat.
Oh, God. I mean, I could fit in one, and
You
so could
actually-
probably
I was gonna say, I picture Celine just
actually-
draping a corpse over herself, like
The four
like a
of you
fucking
are
tauntaun?
short enough
There
that
are,
if
yeah.
if you were successfully obscured enough, the 4 of you could
Heart-
pretend to be Skurzak.
Heart would be a hard sell,
Yeah.
I
but
think he would have to take his armor off, but I think it would be.
he's like burly. I could see.
But aren't there some of the Skurzak?
Yeah,
are
so I mean,
burlier?
I guess he could pass as like one of the like, you know, the black rat
Yeah,
fighting cast.
storm vermin, if
Yeah,
you will.
storm vermin. I don't know if that's the legally appropriate term for this.
Storm Skurzak.
Yeah, but yeah, so there's evidence of a fight, and so they're like partially putrefied, so it's not recent, but they're not skeletons, so it was like fairly recent.
It's also cold. It'll
Can I
take
can I
longer
use
too.
can I check the arrows to see if those arrows are from Skersak or
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
idea.
human?
Maybe
or-
there was incursions.
Yeah, you could give me, you know, folklore or scrutinize or warfare, you know, anything that would be like, okay, I'm checking it out and I want to see what's the deal.
The dealio.
If you ever
Okay,
pet your cats and
nice.
realize they're
Could you scrutinize?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That they're what? Perfect.
you pet them and then their eyes peel open up.
They love
she
that. Yeah.
She literally will love it if I just like grab her face and just do this.
So it's not immediately apparent to Nesgrin. You pull some arrows out and you're kind of looking them over and you're like, I mean, to me, arrows are arrows.
Yeah. Point the pointy thingy to the people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, you guys can continue from here if you would like. But that is one thing that you notice.
I make
Okay.
one more check.
Sure. You can make as many
I
checks
want
as
to make
you want.
a heal check and see if these guys were they killed by the arrows.
Okay.
Maybe they were like sick or some shit from the god juice.
It's not a bad idea, honestly.
These guys were absolutely murdered violently.
Okay.
This is, and I'll even give you sort of what Nesgrin was attempting. You see Nesgrin holding these arrows, and she's like, I don't fucking know. And you grab one, and you're like, look at this. The tip of the arrow is a Skurzak incisor, and all of the arrows are tipped with teeth instead of metal arrowheads. And so these are clearly of Skurzak make. This is some
Skurzak killing Skurzak.
yeah, some kind of
Tales all the time.
infighting of some
Gunfight.
kind.
Yeah.
Wish we could use copyrighted music because I just wanted to have a just those first few hits of Gangster's Paradise play.
Yeah.
Because my first thought was like, these people were murdered violently.
Yeah.
Law and Order.
Yeah. Dun dun.
It's multiple clans
So
trying to live
are they
together.
branded?
Are the rats branded?
Yeah.
Um
I'm looking for something that, because I think that if they're like slaves or something like that, and they will be branded or something, some type of sign of their clan.
yes.
Even
So-
on their clothing, possibly.
Yeah, so you guys are like the collectively examining this, and you find a variety of regalia among the dead. There is, among most of them, an insignia that looks like, the best way I can describe it is like a swooping half circle. Let me just like draw it real quick.
While he's doing that, because I don't want to derail this, I just had this crazy idea. But like, what would happen if we tried to send a letter with our dove right now?
Oh god.
Would
Where
it
the
make
fuck
it?
am I?
I want to see the mission that is that dove going on his quest.
So the insignia looks roughly like this. It's like a swoop. If that's
Swishing tail.
Yeah. That's actually literally what I wanted it to be. So thank you, Nate. That is what
You're welcome.
it is.
Yeah, you got the dimensions of a rat tail just right.
Except for one. One of them has the insignia of 3 triangles. Like this. And they're kind
I
of
wonder
like...
if that's related to this.
That's kind of what I'm wondering too. I want to do a can I do a folklore check on that?
Yeah.
Or incantation?
Sure.
Or anything?
Folklore.
I'll assist you on
Okay.
that.
Are you trained in folklore?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will take the assistance. Ooh, got it.
Just in case.
So, in your, you guys are like looking at these, and you pull up this one guy, the one rat who has the triangle insignia, and you guys are pondering over this and having like a little bit of conversation, and Celine remembers hearing in a bar or from a crazed traveler out in the woods or something like that, talk of rat men living among the people of the capital city of Voshek Tadberg, otherwise known as Saran Sitzral or Big Sar. There was a open secret among the people there that the clan Riptooth, with a triple triangle insignia, was pretty much an open trade with the nobility and government of Voshek Tadberg.
Wild.
Those are the people from the interlude, right?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
were a big part of the interlude.
I don't know anything about that.
They
Ah,
were
gross.
to fill
Mop
in
it up.
to fill in the blanks. They were the organization, the clan, that hired the interlude cast to steal the difference engine and
That caused the apocalypse.
ignite the calamity that destroyed the country.
Mm-hmm.
You can't prove that
Well, yeah. So allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Nesgrin was there.
Nesgrin was not.
Nesgrin wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, Nesgrin wasn't?
No.
Okay.
Arnulf was there.
Was
Arnulf was there. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, the smuggler.
Alleged smuggler.
alleged
Alleged
smart.
smuggler.
Import, export, expert.
Never convicted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, as everyone knows, if you've never been convicted,
Then
that's the
you're-
same as not being a
Yeah,
criminal.
then you're not a
Yeah.
criminal.
That's what I keep telling my lawyer, and he keeps saying, that's not a defense.
And so this other insignia remains elusive. You haven't heard tale of this like swiping tail.
Tail?
Yeah.
Okay.
The tail of the tail.
So
I guess
and so
we keep moving?
the culmination of
Let's
all
go.
this information is that this swiping tail clan was defeated in this cliffside battle, and there was a Riptooth casualty that happened to also fall on this cliff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we keep traveling for now then.
Which do you guys think is worse, being defeated or dehanded?
Detailed for sure.
Detailed.
Oh, she just destroyed this jacket. It was
And so yeah,
basement.
you guys continue along this cliff face here, and as you round this bend as well, another grisly scene of Skurzak on Skurzak violence. Again,
Rat on
some
rat.
kind of cliffside battle where a force was routed to the edge, butchered and pushed off. And
These
again,
guys really don't like each other.
um,
Seems like someone took control here.
a clear victory for the Riptooth individuals. Far more dead of this unknown clan than the other.
I am starting to see that there may be an opportunity here.
So what is the strat as you come up to this area? Is it like hug the cliff and peek around, or
Yeah, hug the cliff and peek
Yeah.
around, see what we can see.
okay?
So,
from this peaking vantage point, you can see quite a bit. So you're looking kind of in a cone that spans like from here to here, right?
yeah.
And much of this westward view is blocked by the colossal hand and arm of this fallen god. And you can see even sort of over his huge meaty forearm, just like the very edges of these walkways and buildings here would have been like pinioned to his flesh. And you can see sort of through this little opening, there's some kind of like big pile of debris up here. It's not like organized in any way. It almost looks like maybe like a trash heap or something like
Yeah.
that. And then over to the east, you can see his foot and this landslide, his knee, and then the peak of this mountain. This tower is many stories high, like 5 stories high, kind of haphazardly like latched to the peak of this mountain here, and doesn't seem to be like connected to the rest of the facility by walkways or anything obvious. It's kind of just like out on its own.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the most of it. You can kind of see like the very top of this shanty town in the dip of the saddle. But the most of it is again obscured by either cliffs or this giant arm, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Can I
And-
use?
I was just really quick. The quality of this architecture, knowing what I know about like rat architecture in other games, is it very much that sort of style?
Yeah, it's
Is it-
dog shit. It's
So everything seems incredibly precarious. Like maybe a handful of well-placed explosives could cause enormous cascades.
with some exception. You remember, even without a roll or anything, that this was very much a like stone keep, almost like human style stacked stones, as well as this tower. While it is kind of haphazardly crunched to the peak, is also like stone, tall enough to support multiple stories of stone and wood construction. But basically everything else that you can remember, especially the shanty town, is that like haphazard, chaotic, just like throwing shit together and tying it with rope and that kind of thing. Very unplanned, not structurally reinforced or anything like that. Almost like evolving and shifting as much as you know, chaotic politics and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So all of this.
Where?
How long it will take to build?
Oh, all of it?
Yeah.
A long time. This is sort of
Centuries.
unheard of in terms of like Skurzak, especially since it's not underground. This is a lot of time. Is your best guess?
So, if God must have been trapped like centuries ago.
Yes.
I-
so
yeah,
so
Possible.
I would
the
putting the
information
pieces together.
the information you have is that a long time ago, like thousands of years ago, the Orcs god was felled in some way by the original 13 of the Skurzak. And those 13 somehow used this victory to ascend to Skurzak godhood. And as far as you know, that status quo has remained the same since then.
Mm-hmm. Shit. So it seems like
So
humans
why
might.
don't you use the spyglass, Celine?
I was gonna use the spyglass to look at the tower, but it's really looking like, with the way the new faction we learned about, that humans are in on this too, especially with the nicer
Well-
towers and castle.
Might not be humans, but maybe human slaves or maybe more human intelligent rats.
I just mean because like the one clan, the god damn it, that we know about
Riptooth?
has been
Teeth?
Riptooth
Yeah.
has been known to trade and like work with humans and stuff. And
Yeah.
if there's like the nice castles and stuff, that like there might be like humans that are kind of in on this or have a deal with them or something.
Yeah, maybe recruited somehow.
Mhm. But yeah,
Yeah, see if you
Or
can
maybe-
spot any.
I'll use the
Maybe the
spyglass to
human
look
buildings-
up at the tower.
So
Maybe the
you
human villains are predated the.
That's possible,
Skurzak
too.
It
Citadel.
is, but it just seems like, yeah,
Maybe
hard
it's a
to say.
prefab castle that they got at like IKEA.
yeah, it could have been. The Hugen
You-
Stragen.
You use your Allen wrench, you
yeah.
and the whole frigging block.
Jesus.
So Celine spyglasses the tower on this
Mhm.
eastern peak, and it looks fairly, like familiar in construction as far as towers go, except for it is protruding from sort of seemingly randomly. There are what look like, if you knew what a lightning rod was, it would look like a lightning rod, but it's like long metallic spines that have spheres of metal on the end, and they kind of have like little spines protruding off of them, and there's like 20 of these seemingly randomly distributed along the outside and roof of this tower.
Fuck.
Nice.
Magic
I do a
catchers.
folklore or something on that shit,
Um
or incantation if it's magical.
Incantation.
yeah, you could try an incantation.
I have
I wanna-
education.
I want
Can
to
I use
as
education
well.
to know?
What was that?
I have education.
Education.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could try education.
I'll try incantation.
Because I'm an educated person.
Difficulty for incantation.
Just regular.
Do better than I did.
I succeeded. Yeah.
So I'm gonna treat. We'll have Nesgrin roll. So
no.
we will treat Celine's success in a slightly different way, and hopefully you guys are okay with this. So Celine is like peering through the periscope, being like, "What in the hell? Like, what could that be for?" And Nesgrin, you hear the familiar voice of your brother, and he says, "Nesgrin, you're so close now. Where are you?"
Looking for you. Where are you?
I'm still in this room. I'm chained to the wall. I haven't moved.
What do you see?
I'm in a room. There's like I'm like a jail cell or something, and I'm hooked up to some kind of machine.
How does the walls look like? Are they from stone?
Yeah,
Wood?
it's a stone room. I guess vaguely circular.
course.
You're not helping, brother.
I am chained to a wall, Nesgrin. I'm
This is
doing the best
so-
I can.
Capture machine.
Is there a window?
Very high up, there's a window. It's above me, though. I can't... Oh, God, Nesgrin, I can see my nose. I have
Oh, I see.
whiskers, Nesgrin.
He's a rat person.
You already knew that. Why are you acting
Yeah.
surprised, Nate?
That's true. I just thought it
All
was
the
funny. I
bodies in
could
the
see
world,
my-
you have to pick up scratch.
I didn't pick this body, Nesgrin.
You were never the smartest one.
Oh.
So,
Yikes.
Says the guy who just failed his education check.
Yeah.
but he doesn't know that. So, I think he's in the tower. So could I? Because I'm thinking I'm talking out loud.
Yeah.
I'm not like brain doing it. No, it's not telepathic. It's everyone's hearing me talking alone.
Yeah.
So I think he's in the tower. So you think I could like pinpoint the area where I can feel
Yes. So
him stronger?
you can... It's almost like you're hearing him from in like stereo. So if you like turn away from the tower, you're like, oh, I can hear him in my right ear. If you turn the other way, you can hear him in your left ear. And so you can kind of like pinpoint that he is coming sort of directly from the northeast of you as you guys are like peeking around this corner.
Okay. So my brother is in the tower.
That seems like a
Why?
very bad place to go. Did we know you had a? We knew you had a brother.
I believe he
Did
told
we-
everybody that he picked him up as like a ghost companion.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was shared
Yeah.
openly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's certainly a scary trip to make.
That is God.
How tall are you?
I'm
No, brother.
Oh.
he's like,
Good question.
you can like hear him thinking, taller than I was. Maybe 5 foot or 6 foot. It's really hard in this new frame of reference, Nesgrin, to accurately judge how far my feet are from the ground. I hope you understand.
Yeah,
But you
could
don't know how
count-
to
Do you know how
like
to
one
count?
arm
You
to the
can
other
count
and measure
bricks.
your wingspan?
But he is chained to the wall, he has said, so he wouldn't be able to do that right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look for you.
Well, please.
Sit tight.
I
Sit
have
tight and
no
do
other
nothing
choice,
stupid.
Nesgrin. I will sit as tight as I can, and I guess figure out how this body works.
How many arms do you have? You have to have 2 arms, 2 legs. How hard could it be?
Yep, 2
Body.
arms, 2 legs. Apparently, oh god, a tail.
Ooh, tell him to pick his own locks with his tail.
You should ask him what it's like to have a rat penis.
It's a valid question.
Unfortunately, Ardron can't hear anybody except for Nesgrin.
And that's why I'm like, you should ask him what it's like to have a rat penis.
Or we could just find him and you can ask him yourself.
Yeah, you can get a hold of
Seems to
that.
be a common question when you meet new people, so why change now?
Yeah, hey,
That's
what's
the-
your name? Where are you from?
What's it like having-
your
Learn.
particular
Yeah.
genitalia?
No, just rat penis. I asked that to
yeah,
everybody.
so you go up to your grandma. How
Yeah.
you been? How's your rat penis?
What's it like having a rat penis?
Oh my god! If we're gonna make it over there, we're gonna have to.
I don't even know, dude. We'd have to climb the slope.
It feels like it would have to be safer than.
Yeah, it's either that or we're gonna have to like travel along through here and fucking go up here.
What's on the feetsies?
So I would
Up on
say, as you're looking this way, you do see that this like leg and foot is kind of like draped over the cliff, and so this foot is actually resting basically on this this shelf right here, and so potentially you could climb the leg if you wanted to. You would obviously need some kind of like, ice pick the flesh.
Climbing axe.
Yeah, you would. It's because it's not like. I mean, it's hairy, so I mean, I guess you could try and like, hand over hand.
Oh god, I just am imagining all the times in my youth trying to climb with like plant roots and
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
like come free,
Yeah.
and you just.
Yeah.
Oh,
as for
Jesus.
what is like under the foot, it's not immediately clear to you guys from this perspective.
Okay.
I have a question as well, and it's actually backtracking a bit, but you said we could see like this spot here,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
And that was the giant trash heap, right?
Yeah, it appears to be
Um,
some kind of trash refuse pile.
Okay. And my other question, is this little black dot a cave? This is like a meta question, obviously.
It is a cave.
Okay.
Meta question.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's all I was looking for. Was that something we would be able to see from our vantage point?
Not from here.
That's what I figured, but I wanted
Yeah.
to cover my boots. Okay.
Well, if we're gonna go to your brother, I think we should head to do our other plan to try and go get to the head first and communicate, and then we can make our way back, because I feel like it might be easier to get up there without being spotted, possibly, because we can like kind
Yeah,
of
I think that's
walk
probably
under, like along the arm and possibly even under it a little bit as some cover, because I mean, with the way a body is around it,
Yeah.
might be awkward, but with how big he is, we might be able to kind of hunch under it a little bit to help provide some cover. So,
Yeah, and this cave might have an exit here.
Yeah, and so I guess I didn't
Possible.
fully explain that, but this is like the stalk of the giant shroom in cross section, and so the shroom extends hundreds of feet into the air from this stalk, and so it's kind of like variegated, where there's like almost like those big like rainforest tree roots, where it's like big ribbons of root. And so it curves upward to the colossal head of the mushroom, kind of umbrellaing over most of this area.
yeah.
So yeah.
So, I think a good bet for now would be to like move up along the arm and make our way up there. Yeah. So,
Okay.
check out that,
Um,
see if we can get up to the head and communicate.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
All right, so
Can you
let
see
us know if you
people,
smell anything.
Can you see Shrek going through here, Celine? The spyglass?
So the best that Celine can see from where you guys are right now is
I
like
think it's like this little
the
bit.
like the vertical walls of these buildings and walkway, and if she waits long enough, would probably see a Skurzak or so kind of come to the end and go in a building and come out and then disappear kind of over the horizon of the muscle of the god.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the bodies have like clothes? Cloaks?
Yeah,
things
they're dressed. They're, you know, there's the Skurzak society is heavily caste based, and so it's pretty clear, even physically, as Celine watches, like, oh, that's a big guy. It's a warrior caste. The little like kind of shriveled ones with like rags are the slave caste, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So can I pick rags from the bodies and put it on me?
You're gonna take
It's
some of
like
the dead clothes and try
Yeah.
and disguise. Yeah, I mean you can.
Yeah. I know up close it won't work, but maybe from afar.
Yeah, sure.
wouldn't know the
That's not a
difference.
bad idea.
So let's see. There is a skill. I would say skullduggery or
I think that'd probably be.
Skulldugger is more for
like
open
stealing.
picklocks and yeah.
Maybe guile?
Disguise, perhaps?
Is there a
Disguise.
disguise
Is
skill?
disguise.
There's
There
disguise.
is.
Where is it?
It's a
down in
fellowship.
Right
Yeah.
above Guile.
Oh yeah. Absolutely disguise. That seems very narrow for a skill.
Yeah, compared to a lot of these.
Yeah.
Right. Nah, I get you.
We've only been playing this game for 100 hours, so it's fair that we miss these things. So yeah, disguise. That would be the perfect thing to roll.
Okay, I can roll brawn instead of fellowship.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nifty.
All right. I guess
Cool.
that makes sense.
I'm so strong.
I'm
my
so
disguise is flawless.
strong and hidden.
They're like, that's not a very good disguise. You want to fucking bet?
So it's 53.
Sure.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
how Nesgrin won the Halloween contest
Yeah, so
every
you-
year.
You tatter
Fail.
together
You
a.
It's a flip. He's not trained.
Oh, it is a. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you. Yes, you don't have any skill ranks.
Correct.
Nope.
I don't know
Okay.
if any of us do.
Yeah, so you unfortunately, you like
I
trying
could
to
think of
pull
one who
trying to
would.
pull clothes off and
Right.
but they rip or are too heavily damaged from conflict to be useful, unfortunately.
Okay.
We can just have Corna turn you into a rat.
Now we're talking.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah.
So the current plan is to try and just like give it the old skirt and try and get as close
Yep.
No.
as close
Shimmy,
underneath.
shimmy.
We were going to put traps here.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, as long as we know where they're there, it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do it now. I think I should do it now. I don't know what the rest thinks. Since we are here, actually.
So yeah, this would be the opportunity for, say, Nabeen to roll warfare.
Do it.
And if
I
any,
think Hart
I
has
think
good
Hart
warfare,
has
too.
warfare as well and can assist,
I do.
Okay.
or other way around, whatever. I don't care.
Whatever.
Or
You
both
wanna
of
roll
you
or do you
could
want me to
roll,
roll?
and we could
How
cumulatively.
many points do you have in it?
2.
Okay, so go ahead, and then I'll follow you.
Okay.
I'll help.
All right. Do I
Assistant.
put anything in the modifier? Hunter?
This is just base.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
I did it.
And the assist roll is the same. All right. So yeah, you guys. So how many bricks are you committing to this trap at this intersection?
I would say probably just one.
Okay. So
It's
just like
really, it's more of a like a diversion and smoke screen than expecting to kill a lot of people, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we treat Hart like a fucking moron, but he's got a higher intelligence than a lot of us, I think.
Well, he's not a moron. He's just emotionally unintelligent.
Yeah. It's just we always treat him like he's a moron.
Yeah. Well, he's one of those people that what is it, like Ed, and Eddie, single D Ed
Oh yeah.
is like secretly a genius, like savant level, but just sort of comes off as a dullard. That's
yeah,
absolutely
if carrots are
hard.
good for your eyes, can they dial a telephone?
Yeah, right.
How can my feet smell if they don't have a nose?
Exactly. Those are deep philosophical questions.
Yeah.
Um,
He eats a car.
He does literally eat a car. So for the span of you guys moving sort of from here to like under cover of the arm, I need a leader to roll the stealth and someone to assist. So it's going to be basically someone is guiding the group, and that'll be, I'm not going to make you do it individually, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I do not have anything in stealth. I just have a base 41.
I have a base 53.
That's pretty
Base
good.
42.
44.
Is anyone trained in stealth?
Nope.
Nope.
Shit.
Sounds like
I
I'm
will-
leading the stealth charge.
I will allow the assist untrained. So someone roll and someone assist, and we'll
Okay.
because this is sort of
Alright.
your together movement.
Follow my lead, boys.
Okay. Assistant.
We save me.
Don't actually follow her lead.
Who wants to roll it?
I do it.
Do
What do you
it.
need
I'll
me to-
do
what
it.
do you need me to roll?
Wait,
Nice.
that's actually really good.
Yeah, it is.
That is. Or wait.
Hell yeah. Yes, because that's technically a
That's
0.
a 5. That's a 5.
Yeah, we got a 5.
Because it's not 105.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
roll the 100, he would have had to roll a 10. Or a 0 in his slot, and his 1 digit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so that's a success. So you guys
Terrifying. Terrifying.
you've
We're
got
not good at this, guys.
Yeah, I love that you guys are like, okay, recon mission, and then everyone looks at each other like, okay, who's good at recon? And it's like,
So what
none of us.
exactly is recon normally? Is
Yeah.
it kill everything and plant bombs?
yeah, because that's what we're good at.
oh my god. Okay.
So
we
I'm
got
picturing
traps
this-
Here, so I'm putting an
Our-
X there.
Our precise application of violence skill doesn't work so great when we don't get to
Yeah.
determine our precision.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm picturing
Oh,
this
shit.
as Celine is like looking through the telescope at like this area, and just being like, okay, there's no one there. Go 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 go, and you guys are just like.
This is like a video game mission.
Yep. And you can see the little bar filling in as someone is like walking up, and they're like, huh? Must have been the wind. Turns around, walks away.
God damn it.
So yeah, you guys hunch up under like the wrist area here. And like Nate was saying, there is like curvature to this colossal body. And so there's like it's like shadowed, invisible from atop the body, where you're like tucked between this enormous wall of flesh that curves up over you and the stone that it's resting on. And again, he is an orc's in giant proportion, and so the skin is like furred, almost like porcine kind of fur. And yeah, so you guys are tucked up under here, and as you are approaching, you begin to hear the sounds of activity above you. It is a din of rat voices and the skittering of clawed feet on wood that, like, yeah, Cody was kind of like pantomiming like the sound of like building and yeah, like smithing like screams and cries of rats in various like languages and that sort of thing.
Someone falls to their death. That happens every hour on the hour.
Yeah,
to
and
mark
there's
the time.
there's like the occasional sound of violence and like rat fight scrabbling and shouting, and
Yeah.
it occurs to you that this is a lot of noise and could potentially provide cover for sneaky activities just because there's so much going on above you
Awesome.
in this area. And so, you're not, if you set one of your bombs off, that would clearly be like
Yeah.
noticeable.
But
But
we
there
don't
are
have to worry if
things
we want to like talk to each other.
there are
and
things you could
whatnot.
get away with with this sound cover. And so
Oh wait, sneaky stabby.
yeah, sneaky stabby. Almost die. So
We could try capture one.
so you
That
begin
would
to
I don't know if we could find one that knows anything.
you begin
We
to
could get a nose for
meander your way under this arm and up along its length, and the din just increases as you round the elbow, and you see there is this way another kind of like ramp, like a stone natural ramp with a little cliff here, and you spy just the hint of a little cave there. At the top of this ramp, there is a very small, like, stepping stair kind of built ramp that leads up to a colossal gate that blocks the way to accessing the main walkway here.
Does it look like we could go up like the slope there and like get into his ear from here?
From where you are now, that is not clear. That would be
Okay,
that
we'd
would
have to
be
be
an
higher
an
up.
investigation once you get closer.
All right.
I have a clasping rope, so we can do some lasso maneuvers.
And this
Into his ear, just
immediately becomes apparent that this is a trash pile. This is like everything from building material that's been tossed out to dung and bodies, and it is just a heap of refuse that has been left here from seemingly all of the activity that is going on here on the god's body. And so what's the direction?
That's what I was gonna ask. Do we want to check out the cave or go up first? The cave is gonna be, I feel like, will probably be safer because we'll be down out of sight. So
Yeah.
do we see guards
Yeah.
at the gate?
So on your side of the gate, you do not see guards, but it is of like the construction here. This appears to be a very sturdy, well-made, as much as rats can do, locked. You can't really see through it because it's actually like nice and tightly bound and all of that. It would be sensible to assume that there are guards on the other side that would let
unlock and
people out
Yeah.
to throw things and then bring them back in.
does it
All right,
look
yeah.
like
Let's check the cave first.
is this walled or anything?
Yes. So
Okay.
the
Is it-
exterior portion of this stuff is walled.
Okay. And is it does it seem like anyone's walking around patrolling or able to peek over or too high or?
It would be too high for that. It's
Good.
like a good
Okay.
7 foot,
Okay, good.
I would
As
say
long-
that
as I just-
if you watch long enough, you would see like the where light is blocked by something walking past, like in the cracks of the slats and everything.
Yeah.
But as in terms of like getting a sense of like discreet patrols and that sort of thing, that's not super
That's fine.
easy.
I just wanted to make sure like that they weren't able to like, look down like
Oh,
over
yeah.
the wall and down. So that was
Yeah.
my concern. Okay.
And
If we need them to open the gate, I'm sure that I could convince them 100%.
Okay. Alright,
yeah.
yeah. Let's head towards the cave. I'm down for that. That seems solid.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan
Yeah.
for now.
All right. So the group meanders.
Maybe
their
it'll
way.
go to his spinal column or something.
I'm gonna tie my sash across my face to block the smell.
I was gonna say, as you guys approach, this heap is repulsive. It's horrible smelling. As you get closer, you actually give me an awareness. All of you. And there are a variety of things that could occur from this.
So good at awareness. I can't wait to make this
I
roll.
failed.
Don't worry, we're all dumb as hell.
Ignacio, Nesgrin.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're missing one person.
Wait, where did mine?
Lillian Hart,
Hang
Nesgrin,
on, let me try
Celine.
again. There we go. Oh, the first one was the thing. It just took
Okay.
a while.
Yeah, I mean they're only one digit apart.
Oh Jesus.
You
Ignacio.
don't notice shit.
There are two things that can be noticed here. I will let you have both for a fortune point. Without a fortune point, you get one, and I will flip a coin.
What would Mike Wazowski do?
Do it. You know you want to, Nacho.
Yeah.
We've already given up 2 of our fortune points.
For good stuff.
Yeah. They are trash. Maybe it's a scepter of winning.
Ha-ha!
After everybody. See how it's got the B on the end?
I pay
You pay?
the fortune point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, brother.
You notice among
Now where
this
you live, Hunter?
among this pile of refuse and bodies, a handful of orcs' bodies are piled among the dead Skurzak and the trash and the refuse here. You also notice as the group of you are walking up, something stirs in the trash heap in a sort of almost like skittering, slithering way as you guys are coming up.
I approach the skittering.
You
Is it
approach.
skittering or slithering?
It's
Oh,
kind of both.
Okay.
it's a centipede.
I was gonna say, if I have to deal with another fucking centipede,
It's an orc-stipede.
or is a snake with the head of the scrack of a rat.
Wow, that would be terrible.
so
Actually, that's horrifying.
Nesgrin-
Slithers
This
it's got a
isn't
rat
another
head.
couch.
I
Centipede
handle that
thing.
so much better than I do centipedes.
I hope
So-
it's not like another cowtipede.
So Nesgrin like holds a hand back briefly and approaches slowly to get as close to the trash heap as she can bear. And from seemingly somewhere in the center of the heap, a
Punch it.
Skurzak pops its head out and looks at Nesgrin, like kind of furrows its brow and goes, manfolk. That's
This
weird.
is the garbage king.
Who are you?
Trash rat? Who are you?
That's a cool name.
He's
I
the
like
garbage king. Is he the garbage king?
I'm trash guard.
I'm no king.
King of the garbage.
it. Not with that attitude.
Well,
Some nice trash you got there.
this is our trash.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You like it?
Well, it's great trash.
Yeah, I can tell.
And he like looks behind
Want to trade
Nesgrin.
it for this goblin?
Why manfolk here?
Tourism.
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 The,
Oh, in that
the
case.
Skurzak Tourism Board hired
He
us.
bursts out and strikes a pose. Welcome to the Dead God.
I have a perfectly good explanation for what you're asking.
It's a secret.
Okay.
I cannot give you right now
Strange.
because we have to meet with your boss first.
Boss?
Why are you here?
1 second. He disappears into the trash. There's a rustling and a scurrying and a seemingly identical Skurzak head pops out with a little tin can on its head. Trash Rat Boss here.
Oh, this
Hello,
is the
Trash
Trash
Rat Boss.
King.
Ah, that's the Trash King. Exactly the person we were looking for.
Well, good. Here I am.
But I need also to speak to the other guy.
At the same time, you see.
the same time?
Yep.
1 second. Disappears. Two identical heads poke their head out.
Standing there watching this, thinking, she's like, God, I've ruined everything. I had a commission. I made good money. I had a horse. And now I'm talking to
3 hots
rat
and a cot.
people. Trash rats. Yeah.
One of them has the little tin can hat, and one of them is the the one that you saw before.
Oh shit! I was
What?
expecting.
What do the man folk want with the trash rats?
We were hired to bring the trash over the pass to you.
Bring trash here?
Yeah.
Well, we have
And where do you put the trash?
the trash is here. We put it here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The
Let's
trash.
keep those.
The trash rats were trash,
we-
but now we're trash rats.
We're trash inspectors.
Inspectors. And the
Mm,
guy
yes.
turns to the boss. The boss. Inspectors?
Yep.
I flip over a piece of raw metal. Very concerning.
What's wrong with the trash?
It's not sorted properly.
Sorted. Which clan
We
sent
have
you?
to put
Gotta put the
metals
shinies with the
metals,
shinies.
plastic with plastic, shiny
Man.
with shiny,
Yeah,
and shiny with
Gotta
shiny.
learn how to
We have
recycle
been
here.
sent-
Hart says, "Which clan are you from?"
Oh, trash rats have no clan.
We have been sent
Damn
by.
straight.
I already forgot. The
Trash rats have no clan.
We've been sent by the fucking what the
Riptooth.
Riptooth
Not by the
clan.
Rip Tooths.
No, that's the big boys.
By the
They're the
Riptooth?
badasses.
I know.
Not by the Riptooth?
So he's with the Riptooth,
vote not.
and they're with the not Riptooth.
I'm like, I was just out exploring, and I saw this cave. And I thought it looked cool. I like caves. Do you
Oh.
like caves? Maybe you could
We-
show me.
Do like caves, but the trash is better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do that. That's what
Man
I'm
folk-
here to inspect.
Menfolk sometimes come from caves.
Do you trash rats interact with the other clans?
Oh no, they don't like us. We're supposed to be dead, but sometimes rats hit the trash and they're not all the way dead, and so they become trash rats. And so we're the trash rats.
And the ones that do get all the way dead, do they turn into these things? And I point at the orcs.
No.
So those guys were just like around.
Yeah, those are the tooth rats,
Tooth rats. Okay.
but not rip-toothed.
Yeah, no.
Different.
But they show up sometimes.
Oh yeah, usually dead.
Were
So
they
is trash
up
rat
by the god's teeth?
No.
I
So-
thought maybe that was why you called them tooth rats.
No, it's the
No,
tooth.
they got
it's
the big
teeth.
ol'
Yeah, they got
Hmm.
because
Ah,
they're tooth rats, not orcs.
Yeah, and
so
we're
they-
manfolk
Yeah.
rats.
Yeah.
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 Menfolk
So-
different.
So, as trash rats, you're not supposed to be. Since you were dumped, you're supposed to be dead. You're not supposed to be alive. Is it bad if you get caught?
We and they like look at each other and one pops back into the trash and there you can hear like muffled conversation pops back out. They leave us alone. We keep the trash from getting too big.
Okay. Okay.
And from where do you pick the trash?
The trash comes to us, and sometimes we send the trash to the caves. Other rats, clan rats, come from the caves, take the trash. Sometimes menfolk.
Yeah, like now?
Why do you-
Is now the sometimes manfolk?
Oh,
Have you seen
yeah.
other menfolk?
Other menfolk. Not for a while.
Oh.
Long
okay.
time?
Long time. Before. And he looks at the boss. Before me. Before me, too.
And then
Why do you
Greenskins?
take the trash to the other clans? Like,
Well,
if they didn't want you around, why are you helping them?
Well, not those clans. Other clans.
Oh, okay.
How many
Other
clans, are
clans.
there?
Gotcha.
Oh, lots of clans.
Do the clans
Yeah,
ever
like
fight?
13 or something.
Oh, clans love fighting. Trash rats don't fight.
Hell yeah, high five.
He, like
agree.
tentatively
He holds up his
like a
four-finger hand.
a single like yeah.
You gotta give it some oomph, and I'll like jump in there and smack Lillian's hand. High
Man.
five.
They like partially retreat into the into the trash.
So do you take the trash inside that cave? Avoid
Sometimes
the cave.
sometimes clan rats want trash. Things get thrown out, other clans want it. We trade. We hand the trash. We get things.
Are there any
What is
clans that are nice to menfolk?
Oh no, not really.
Oh. Not even the
Is that just
Rip
because
Jaw?
menfolk-
They know.
Tend
many
to not be
clans?
nice to you.
They are in here. This is the bell.
Let's do so. Nacho, what was your question?
How many clans are inside the citadel?
Here,
I don't know if there's here.
2. Riptooth, Claw Scrape.
Boss, great.
What was Nabeen's question?
I asked if they aren't nice to manfolk because manfolk tend to not be nice to them.
Yeah, menfolk don't really like clan rats or trash rats. Trash rats.
Oh wait,
clan
oh,
rats.
wait. Trash rats? You saying manfolk don't like trash rats?
I
Well,
like trash rats.
Hell
The-
yeah, I like trash rats.
We like manfolk.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Practically is a trash rat.
Yeah.
That's true.
The high five has slightly more impetus behind it.
Yeah.
The high four.
Yep.
I think
right.
I think that Celine here, I think that her dad may have been a trash rat.
Really?
Possible.
Trash rat from here?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it could be it. It's hard to say, with trash rat. Like, there's lots of good trash in the place, and I'd like to think my dad came from some good trash.
Good trash, yeah.
Oh,
like
well,
this.
yeah. Trash rats have storied past. There've always been trash rats.
Of course, you need it. It's necessary. And so, we like trash rats, you like manfolk. That basically makes us friends, and friends tell each other things, right?
Oh, certainly.
Where does that cave go? Could you tell us that? Does it just go inside?
Oh, cave goes everywhere.
Really?
You know the
Yes.
quickest way to get to that tower way over yonder? And
Oh,
maybe the safest, most unseen way?
the pointy tower?
Yeah, the pointy
Yeah.
tower.
Oh. No.
Bad place?
No.
Really?
No cave. No walkway, only rock, only stone. Not for
Why's
trash
that?
rats. Oh, they say before I was a trash rat, bad things happen at the Pointy Tower.
What kind of bad things?
Scary bad things.
Stay away from him. That's smart.
What about the if we wanted to get up to the head thing up there?
Up there? Oh, you have to use the gate.
Think if we just knock, they'll let us in?
No. They don't even let trash rats up there. Menfolk, certainly not. They've got the big rat with the big swords.
That's
What if we
terrible.
were the man folk from long time ago that came back?
Oh, hard to know. Menfolk usually only trade with trash rats.
Fair enough.
I have this. Can I have the arrows from the bodies?
Here, back.
Couple of
Do
them.
you have them?
Yeah. Can I have them?
Yeah, you can have them
Like,
with
do I
you.
have, like, I pick a couple of them. Okay. Do you want to trade? And I show you an arrow.
Oh, trash rats love trade.
Well, what do you have to for trade?
The non-boss disappears into the trash, and the boss, his head is just kind of like a head and maybe a little bit of shoulders just kind of sticking out, staring at the six of you.
I like trash rats.
And
Yeah,
the
trash
other
rats are great.
the other one pops out. Well, lots to trade. What do you need?
What do you have? Do you have like
Well,
ropes?
trash.
Trash.
Do you have rope?
Oh yes, lots of rope. Goes in, comes out with like, it's like clearly multiple different
Like
strands
tiny
of ropes
segments.
tied together into this like long coil where there's like part silk, part hempen, part, woven wool, and it's just like this kaleidoscope of, it's like, oh, we've got rope.
What about keys? You got any keys? Someone throw away keys by accident?
Keys. Disappears.
Now that's a good idea.
I know. Thank you.
Comes back out, has a jar. It's like a
Yes.
glass jar, and there's like 8 keys of variety of sizes and shapes. He rattles it. We've got keys.
Oh man, you know where any of those go to? That could be real useful.
And he looks at the boss. The boss looks at him. They both look at you. No. They both
Okay.
say no.
I mean, I'll still take the keys, like, if we could, like, for trade. I don't know if Celine has much to trade.
I can, if they, I've got something here. Okay. Hey, trash rat. What is the best thing that you have? What is like your prized trash jewel of this heap?
Oh. Prize
shit.
jewel. The boss disappears. The
Ooh.
guy is sitting there
I
holding the
can't
jar
wait
of
to see
keys.
this one.
He pops out. He's got a bundle of like leather, and he looks at you, and he looks at the underling, and he's like, menfolk, it's been a long time, and you have to promise not to tell that trash rats have this.
Of course. Your secret's safe with us. We're friends.
And he unwraps this like bundle of leather. Inside is a massive witch stone.
Oh,
A
shit.
huge shard of green glowing witch stone. You say crown jewel? Trash rats have crown jewel.
That's
Oh,
a hell
yeah.
of a crown jewel.
Damn.
Now- I don't take this lightly because I know the value of your jewel that you have there. Now, what if I were to offer you a trade and I pull out my last wheel of perfectly aged cheese for the rat people.
And I want you to roll a bargain with plus 20 to the roll.
Oh my god.
The aroma wafts over, and you
I mean, we could
you
just
can
kill 'em, I'm just-
see their
I'm not
eyes
gonna
wide.
kill the trash rats.
They've been so nice and helpful. Oh yes, trash rat.
And they look at each other and they say, and you can see like the salivating for the stone or the keys.
For the stone.
Okay, and he holds the stone out, and the other guy puts the jar of keys down and reaches scrabbling fingers out for the block of cheese. And so yeah, you trade for I would just call it giant witchstone shard.
Perfect.
I'm
And
gonna write that down, Cody, since you
Yeah.
made the trade. Okay.
Yep, I got it.
and the underling pulls the wheel of cheese into this like rat den made of trash, and you hear like a muffled audible cheer of like and like the tinking of cans and like glass jars and beating of wood by fists and stuff like that. And the boss leans forward, his little tin can hat slides forward a little bit and says, "You've made a powerful ally of the trash rats." And
Hell yeah.
grabs the jar, disappears into the trash.
No, wait. I didn't get my remaining high five.
And that is where we will stop for tonight for Scarlet
I
Sash
love
Stories.
the trash rats. So
Me too.
All hail the
And-
They're a
trash
massive
rats.
witchstone.
And so yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I love the trash rats too. They're my favorite.
oh shit.
And we will be rejoining you not next Friday, because we are doing a special promotional starter kit session 0 demo stream. By the way, if you want to be a part of that, you should join our Discord and or message us on Twitter or something. We are recruiting new people who want to learn how to play ZweihanderRPG. This starter kit session 0 thing is the perfect way to be introduced to the game. It'll have character building and like rule introduction and all of the ways to get started with this wonderful game system. That is next Friday, a week from today. We will be streaming this session here on the ZweihanderRPG channel. So hit us up if you want to be part of that. Also, this has been a production of Fiends and Friends. Fiends and Friends is a TTRPG content creation collective that is made up of all of the wonderful people that you see here today.
Awesome.
And a bunch more.
Yeah, and like 100 other people. Not that many, but a lot. And
And at least two
Like
other
you.
people.
and we will be having another show tomorrow, not here, but on our channel, Fiends and Friends, at twitch.tv, where we will be hitting the climax of a Call of Cthulhu investigation. Maybe.
Depends on if
dying.
you all survive.
Yeah, so check us out there. Are we starting at noon Central or 1 Central?
1 Central.
1 Central. So 1 p.m. Central Time on Fiends and Friends, we'll be doing Call of Cthulhu. And then this coming Monday at 9 p.m. Central on Fiends and Friends, we'll be doing Numenera, which is another amazingly cool TTRPG system.
Plant Man.
Yeah, where we'll be continuing the adventures of a mutant, a plant man, a literal like mechanically idiot himbo, a sentient rock, and Chris's character, which is, don't remind me, a werebear.
Yes.
Fun.
And so it
Like-
is super fun. I love that system. So that's on Monday. And then Wednesday at 9 p.m. on, well, actually, maybe we'll start earlier. I don't know. It'll be probably 9 p.m. Central on Fiends and Friends. We will be continuing our extended one-shot of Lancer RPG, which we had a lot of fun with last Wednesday. And so we've got all kinds of cool shit for you to watch. And so check us out. Join our Discord. Play games with us. Watch our shows. And that's all I got.
TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF.
TLHF.
Fucking
Um,
holy shit.
My name's Hunter. I'm the host of Scarlet Sash Stories. I'm joined today by Topher, Nacho, Nathan, Cody, and Chris, as our wonderful little name tags have let you know. And so thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.